But now I wonder how. Some people never know. To me, thanks. What you looking for? The same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on. Turn up the radio. They're claiming I'm a criminal. But now I wonder how. Some people never know. The enemy could be the French guardian. I'm not a hooligan. I rock the party and clear off the madness. I'm not a racist. Preach to teach the all. Cause some they never had this. Number one, them wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome of public enemy. Use the fuse without fools. I refuse to blow a fuse. They even had it on the news. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Yes. Was the start of my last scam, so here it is again, another death camp. But since I gave you all a little something that I knew you lacked, they still consider me a new jack. All the critics you can hang on my home, host to the boat and play it ain't dope.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm in the mood tonight. I'm in the mood tonight. One and all to the Troy Graham experience from from America to Africa and to every corner of the world. Thank you, every man, woman, and child, for giving me your time tonight. So you heard the song. It wasn't look God did, or it wasn't that. No, 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 no. You know, it was a different message tonight from the powerful PE, Public Enemy, that said, don't, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Well, you know what that means. You know, as you can tell by the thumbnail, you know, Joshua and Whyte have been canceled. They say that Whyte popped dirty or something like that. I'm not buying that at all, and here's why. Because the same something similar happened after the Reeves fight with this B test or whatever it was, and then time went by and he was finally cleared after they let the man sit for about a year or so. I don't know how long he sat, but yeah. And then he failed Vada, but he was the one who always asked for Vada in all his fights. So why would he take something dirty knowing that he asked for that certain test? It wasn't asked, they didn't ask him to do it. He asked them to do it. And a few other things. David Hay did a interview with Raheem, whatever his name is. And according to him, Derek Chisora knew about the results 3 weeks in advance. So if they knew about the results 3 weeks in advance, why didn't they allow him to be retested? Why didn't they notify him about the results? And why didn't they notify him the fighters before they just up and cancel the fight like that? How's it that some other fighter knew about White's results before he knew about the results? See what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on. White claims he's innocent. Well, see, to me, they haven't said what the have they said what the substance is, Khan Shanri? They say what he popped dirty for, or they simply said he failed the water test. Did they say what drug was in the system that he popped dirty for? Because just like before, they claim his B sample was dirty, right? And then I don't know how many months or a year passed by, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it was a mistake in the lab." So now they're saying it's a water test, a test that he pushed for. It wasn't pushed on him, and he's with Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt, whatever that means. Yeah. So he's with Buddy McGirt. He's with Buddy freaking McGirt. McGirt don't play that. McGirt wouldn't have that around him. He's a solid cat. I'm gonna work on getting him on here. He's a solid cat. He would not have that. So nobody could tell me what the banned substances that he took. What was the substance that he failed with? What? Oh yeah, nobody knows. But they just want to stop the fight, right? And you ever heard of some? If they knew that far in advance, don't they give you a chance to retest just to be sure? No, I mean I think they did that to Big Baby. Then he gave him a chance to retest, and he's still tough freaking dirty. So why didn't they give Dillian a chance to retest? Huh? Why did Derek Chisora know about his results before he knew about his results? You see all that? How the hell he knew 3 weeks in advance before Dillian White knew about his own results? Huh? And oh my God, this whole thing. I was looking forward for some reason. I was looking forward to this rematch because they're both in different places in their boxing life. One of them has all the physical tools, which is Anthony Joshua, but his mentality, his elevator doesn't go all the way up mentally when in the ring. The other one, he has that mentality. He's a tough dude, dog, but his skills are they're not on par with Joshua's skills because his balance is terrible. And he's an obvious fighter. When he punches, he gets awkward and off balance. And I wanted to see this fight. And now that I know that he's with Buddy McGirt don't joke. He had Chisora doing things in the ring that Chisora should have been doing from years ago. Imagine when he trained this young man. Imagine what he trained Dillian to do. And by looking at him, just his body weight in the shirt, he looked like Buddy wasn't playing with him. He got him in shape, But so I don't know. So, but I guess we'll never know now because it's canceled. And even prior to this fight, they lowballed him $3 million. Didn't that boy Franklin get a million and something? Derek Chijora's standard is $2 million to fight. So Josh, the man who beats him only gets 3 million, but other people are getting twice that much, and they haven't accomplished half of what Billion has accomplished. What is going on? But anyway, welcome to the Troy Graham Experience tonight with the Three Kings. They're on their way, brother. They're on their way. I'm here. I know Brother Ali's coming. Major might pop up over there. Hey, they're gonna be here. Tonight's the night. I don't want to talk about Terrence Crawford tonight. I'm focusing on this heavyweight match because it's too much. It's something wrong here. That's all I can tell you. Uh, you'll say, "Oh, Troy, you're just a fanboy." No, I'm not. There is too much going on here, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let's look at this. Let's look at the facts of the situation. David Hay came out and said that Derek Chisora knew about the results 3 weeks in advance. Uno, dos, tres, three, right? How the hell he knew about Whyte's results before Whyte did? Hmm. Two, why wasn't he allowed to retest? In most cases, they allow you to retest just to be sure. Okay. And third, who ever heard of canceling a big fight just like that? They usually try and save those fights, not cancel them with all the money that's spent and everything. They don't just outright can. You've ever heard of a big fight like that that just got cut off and canceled like that? No, they don't inform the fighters and nothing. All that money lost. Since when did they do that? Since when do they do that? Hmm. Hmm. Who knew, right? Who knew? Since when did they do that, man? Just up and cut off fights like that. So I did reach out to Dillian. I did reach out to Spencer Farrell, but it's like going on 2 o'clock over there in the morning. So I don't expect them to pop on. If they do, it'll be a blessing. But it'll be good if they did. But maybe someone y'all could reach out to somebody over there from overseas that's a podcaster, and they will know more than I would because I'm not in the UK. So any y'all that's on here that know anybody that's a podcaster and who actually knows something that's not going on hearsay, tell them to pop on. That's what I'm here for. I love to share information. That's fine with me. But right now, I'm 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 in the mood because I was looking forward to that fight on Saturday for no other reason than it's intriguing. It's interesting and intriguing. Either man can knock you out. One has all the punches, the right hand, the uppercut, all of that, the jab. The other one, left hook is his bread and butter, baby. But I was interested to see what he learned from Buddy McGirt. What did he learn from Buddy? That's what was the driving force behind me wanting to see this fight. But to quote LL, it's a fantasy. It won't come true. I'm disgusted and busted. And to quote Public Enemy, just can't be trusted. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Don't believe the hype. I don't believe it Because no one could tell me that this stage in his career he popped dirty. When last time he didn't pop dirty, the first time he ever popped dirty, he bought something over the counter, and took it because he didn't know any better, and that was banned in boxing. But you could buy it over the counter, meaning he went to a drugstore, a legal drugstore, and bought it. He didn't go behind, bought it out nobody trunk. He didn't get it from no just no dirty character, wasn't no brown bag type of issue, and we slide me the cash. Nah, he bought it at a drugstore. Mm-hmm. Boxing, boxing, boxing. I don't know who Dillian White pissed off. I don't know who, but he pissed on somebody's grave because that's why they seem to come at him all the time. They said he balked about his pay for this fight. It's $3 million. Shoot, Derek Chisora get paid more than ever fighting anybody. Most of the time, or close to it. 2 million, 1 point. I mean, you Anthony Joshua, you fight. What's the name? Got paid more than that. Oh boy, Brazili, I think he got paid more than that. I think. Hmm. And Charles Martin, excuse me, Charles Martin when he fought him got 5, and nobody knew him. This cat is known over there with you. You should at least give him more than Charles Martin, man. Even though both of y'all only, someplace different in your career, but Jesus, I can see why he balked at it. But he did the right thing. He accepted it, and he stayed. I mean, based on how he looked, I can't. I'm just basing off the eye test. Based on just the eye test, you know, hmm, he looked good. He looked good. Both of them looked like they was ready to go to war. Both of them did. But I don't know what Derek James could teach Anthony Joshua. What basic stuff? Because obviously he doesn't know how to, make accommodations in the ring. Oh, I don't know how to beat a straight right and a jab. I mean, a straight left and a jab. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. So, to me, I've always wanted him to go with Tommy Brooks. Tommy Brooks is a heavyweight training king. Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Ray Mercer, Rockman. Notice that's 4 heavyweight champions right there. 4. No, I've never seen a Derek James fight. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. I'm lying. I have. I've seen him fight. He look all right. He's like your standard boxer. It wasn't anything to write home about. I said he was a decent pro. He fights exactly like yeah, he's a decent pro. Right. Basic, decent pro. He could put food on the table, you know, but he's not going to beat anybody at the top. No, sir, he won't. Huh? But if anybody from the UK is available, let me know. Jump on here and reach out to us. Reach out, man. I want to know some things. I want to know some things. Let me know because it's getting to the point where it's like ridiculous now. It's just ridiculous. You know, anybody that's in the know that might know something, let me know. So just bear with me. The Kings will show up. We'll have a good show. We always have a good show, whether it's 1 or 100 over here. It always works out. But to me, this is not right. This There's something else behind all this because I've never heard because that's a big fight over there. A lot of money being spent, right? So why do you just up and kill the fight like that? Why? Why do you up and kill the fight like that fast with all that money? I wish we could get Eddie Hearn. Yeah, I could. I wish I could too. I've tried a couple of times. But why do you up and kill a fight like that after you spend that much money? The fan base wasn't gonna go nowhere, right? Uh, White comes with his fan base, and obviously Joshua comes with him. So then, not even to mention all the money and time that was put into it, because I believe I'm one of the few podcasters that have mentioned this fight over here in the U.S. Everybody's doing their Crawford Spence thing still, where I did that, and I think I wish him well, but I'm not gonna keep beating the dead horse. What more can I say about Spence and Crawford? where there's a whole heavyweight fight waiting to be discussed. Hmm? Exactly. So let's if we're gonna talk boxing, let's talk boxing. I don't even know who won the female fight Saturday. Anybody know who won that fight? I'm interested in finding that out. Or was it Saturday? So yeah, I saw the stare down and the weigh in. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Mm-mm. It just doesn't. None of it makes sense. But let me let me go on camera real quick. I'm gonna do some stuff in the background and I'll keep talking because I know you can hear me, right? It was Troy. So who won Amanda won, of course. Okay, she won on points, so she stopped the mayonnaise girl. I called her opponent the mayonnaise girl because I've never seen a person that pale before in my life. It was a one-sided beatdown. So she TKO'd her. So she beat down. I mean, that girl she fought, she was cute-ish. Oh, it's a stoppage, but she makes mayonnaise look dark. She makes mayonnaise look like it has color. That girl was pale. I mean, she lacked pigmentation, just pale. Wow. Just wow. She needs just need to live in the sun for a little bit. Just that's what she need to do. Just live in it. Oh, I got a letter from the government. It said that Ali was coming. What's up? What's up, brother? Oh, oh, there you go. What's going on?
What's going on, King?
Well, let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen. We now have two kings here, Mr. Ali, Troy Ali, aka the Inside Man. He's here, and he said he had some things to tell us about this Joshua, his thoughts, I should say, about the Joshua Whyte cancellation and all that. And he said that if Whyte don't fight Joshua, Tank might be fighting him next. What say you?
Good one. I like how you set me up for that one. Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, that was a good setup. Appreciate you throwing me into the bridge there, brother. Um, no,
All the time,
actually,
all the time.
yeah. Always. Actually, I was speaking of another white that um fought, and he fought. He's the actual Malinger, and he fought in Pittsburgh this past weekend on Showbox. Do you know what white that is?
No, sir, but
Mr.
brother, you got a
Fox.
lot of noise in the back. You got a lot of noise in the background, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm
separate
gonna
from
try
there
to
more.
control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to control that background noise
Hmm.
because I can't control some things, but I can control some things. Can you? Is that better?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead. You said
All
somebody
right.
fought on Saturday named White.
No, on Friday night Showbox, brother. Now you're the historian of the king. I mean, you should know. He's a mailer, mailer, and he actually is he
Phone
has a
breaking up.
WEC.
Yeah, brother,
Yeah,
I'll leave your phone breaking up.
yeah. So back. That's what it's all about. Yeah, man.
No, no, no. I can't hear you clearly because your phone's breaking up.
Because it's storming really bad out here. Let me see if
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
work
yeah.
this out. Yeah.
It still sound like you in still a little fuzzy. All right, well, brother Ali's gonna come back and tell us about who fought on Friday and give his opinion on this whole fiasco with the white Joshua business over here because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, man. I'm just not. I'm not. I don't care. You could call me a fanboy or whatever. Or you always been on white. You ride white like always. Nah, I never said he was elite. I simply like the dude because even when he gets knocked out or beat, he's like rematch. Makes no complaints. He comes right back because Povetkin put a beautiful move on him. was something that most fighters, damn heavyweights, most fighters today can't do. He faked him with a jab, stepped in, boom, upper, and then stepped over and threw an uppercut and stepped in with an uppercut. That's some old school business right there. I don't know any other fighter who does that right now. There's no other heavyweight that's doing it. And then, of course, Fury knocked him out with a cartoonish looking ass uppercut. Well, Fury, I have no respect for Fury whatsoever. The only dude I know that had two chances, one, two, to be undisputed, and he cut it. He walked away from both of them for whatever BS reason. He walked away from it. I can't respect that. I can't. I won't, and I don't. So to all you Fury fans, you could go kick rocks. I don't care how you feel about anything I'm saying, and I never will. I never ever will. Your boy is a punk, and he's a gypsy with a marshmallow heart. He's good enough, but he can't climb to the top of the mountain. He's not the apex predator. He's not even the apex. He's just one of those guys that are good enough, but he refuses to finish the sentence. Refuses it, you know? He goes to the mountain, and then he's almost to the top, and then he's like, I can't go any further. I can't go any further. Then he sidesteps and crosses on over to another to he crosses on over or he crawls back down, like a punk. Tell him I said it. Say Troy Graham from the Troy Graham Experience called you a punk. Because that's he's punk. Go ahead,
Okay,
brother.
is that better?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, yeah. No, okay, brother. I'm sorry about that. It's storming pretty bad out here. But no, I was talking about Jordan White, brother. Um, Marlon Zoltan Jordan White. He fought on Showbox. He had previously broke his hand, but he came back with a first round knockout in Pennsylvania, and he has the WBC International belt, I believe.
What's his
And
weight class?
oh shit, um, George, how Jordan fight at? It's just, so I've seen so many fights this week. Jordan fights at look it up, look it up. I'm sorry, bro, but anyway,
Jordan White.
Jordan White, yeah, he's from Maryland, and he holds a WBC international, I believe, and he did really good this weekend.
Okay, they win by knockout or how did they win?
Oh, he won first round knockout, bro. 1 minute and like 40 maybe minutes, and 1 minute 40 seconds into the first round. It was a stunning knockout. The dude, he was like literally he was having seizures, like for real. It was a scary knockout. Didn't even see it coming.
How many rounds did it go?
First round, brother.
Oh, damn. Okay, he's on vacation, huh?
Yo, definitely, definitely. And then also this weekend we had in Baltimore, Jaleel White fighting on the same card as um, Dominique Crowder. He uh, he fought. He has a WBA. I believe that's another international. Or yeah, WA international belt. Crowder. Um, I believe he fights at shit. He fights at either 140. He fights at 140 or 135. Marvin told you about him last week, and his he's one of the Mark Breland guys, and yeah, he was at Coppin State this week. Mojo was there, but I wasn't there at the actual fight due to the fact that I was in Pennsylvania. But yeah, Mojo he showed up and he didn't fight, but he just just showed support and also Mia Kelby Ellis. She
Yeah,
also
he
won
fights
a
at 130.
yeah he fights here at 130 right. He's a tall lanky 130 pounder man
Yeah,
and
he's 15 and 0 and one. He's only got one draw.
yeah and Mark Breland. What are you talking about? With Jordan White or Crowder?
No, White, and he still got the
Yeah,
noise in the background, brother.
yeah. I'm trying to edit that out. Trying to edit that out for you. But if you can hear me, then
Yeah,
you should
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
fine.
I can definitely hear you.
All right, cool. Um, but long story short, yeah, yeah. He fights at 130. He fights at White Jordan White fights at like 130 pounds, and he has a WBA international belt or whatever, and also there was a Jetta promotion guy. He fought on the zone this weekend. Um, the Wolf. What is his name? Elijah. Is Elijah? Was Elijah Knight or was it Smith? Elijah. Elijah Price. Price.
I think
Price. Price.
you said the
And
wolf.
he
I think his first name is Big Bad, right?
no, his name is Elijah. Yeah, the big bad wolf. Yeah, I mean, you try to like huff and blow things down. Yeah, then you could, add your three pigs and you can make it a whole thing. But we're talking about Elijah. Yeah, we talking about yeah, same guy, and he has a WBC strap that I've never seen before. Um, it's a really nice looking belt. Um, it's they have some kind of new league or whatever. I don't know, but it's a WBC belt, and it's like it looks like a wrestling belt more or less, but it still has like Muhammad Ali and all of them on the side, but it's really big and like in the front, it's kind of like four sided and it's gold. It's a really nice looking belt. It has diamonds going all around it. It's a really nice looking belt. And they fought I believe in Atlanta. And he's a Jetta Promotions guy. And like I said, he fought on the zone. And yeah. So there was a lot of
Well,
boxing. Hmm?
tell you what, brother, that sounds great. That sounds real great. But I still want your opinion on this fight being canceled, brother. And I want you to take a few things into account. Number one, Derek Hay came out in an interview and said, "Uh oh, he fell off." But wait till the brother comes back up here. So brother Ali was on here telling us about some local fights in Baltimore. There's a promotion company called Jetta Promotion. Jetta is a brother that used to box. Actually, I think he was a cruiserweight champion for a minute, or was it light heavyweight? But we'll find that information out when brother Ali comes back up here. So those are all local fights he was talking about and local fighters, right?
Yeah,
Right. So
I'm back, brother. Go ahead.
okay, good. Now that you're back, I was going to ask you, what are your opinion on the Joshua White fight being canceled? But also, before you answer, take these things into account. David Hay did an interview and said that Derek Chisora knew about the results 3 weeks prior to White even knowing about the results and prior to the announcement of the results. That's number one. White was never given a chance to retest. That's number two. And they just up and canceled the fight like that. Where have you've been in boxing forever? Where have you ever heard of a big fight like that just getting canceled all the money and time that they put out like that without them trying to save it?
Matchroom.
When? But let's no, but I'm saying listen to those three things. Why wasn't he given the chance to retest if they knew about it 3 weeks in advance?
That's
And how
it's
come
silly. You're right. I
how
agree. It was silly. It was one of the
and
silliest things I heard, man, this week. Like
yeah,
when I heard
yeah,
that, it was And yeah,
And
you're
how
right. I
come
heard
Derek Chisora knew the results of the test, but White didn't?
White knows what he's doing and what he's not doing. This is not a first thing.
No, no,
It's
because remember last time they saying it was a B sample, and then about a year later they said, oh, it was something in the lab, it wasn't his fault. And the first time that they claim he popped dirty, he bought something over the counter. So he didn't know, he was young then. He bought something over the counter, he used it, he thought everything was cool. Then he found out, oh, that's banned in boxing. So he had to sit out for a while. And then the second time was with Rivas. After the Rivas fight, they claimed his sample B was dirty, and then eventually it came to light that it wasn't his fault after all. It was something happened in the lab. So no, I don't believe he's dirty.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's your countryman, and you're supposed to defend them, but at the same time, you know, once you get a name like the Dan Dirty, then they really have the upper hand on you. So even if it's not, your fault, it's like something that you did by accident. You got to walk like on like eggshells, brother. You got to be very careful about everything that you consume. Like you got to be like B Hop, you know, like B Hop. B Hop was the most. He was the most like Jesus. He made sure his body was like he ate everything correctly. Everything he put in his body, he made sure it was no bad substance, and everything was, nurturing his body. So Dillian White is not supposed to do that. I mean, it's his own choice. But once you get popped dirty, it's your own responsibility to, like make sure that everything is on a up and up. And they're not going to take a chance on Joshua's comeback and him and Dillian being possibly dirty. They're not going to take a chance. So of course with all the money, it would have been they'd have lost some more money if Joshua lost. So they just took the lesser of the two evils and canceled it. I mean, it sucks because that was a good fight for heavyweight boxing. This weekend we needed that. We needed that fight, man. But I felt the same way that you felt. Like why? Like all of this money, you put a lot of money in. So, well, they put a lot of money over there. There's a lot of people over here that didn't even know about the fight. But us on the end, once we knew about the fight, of course, but the everyday, just how the fans that bet on there who they think going to win, they didn't know about the fight. They didn't advertise it too much, and maybe that's why, because going into a fight 3 weeks prior, right? You're gonna do a lot of advertising. You're gonna put like a bulk of your money into the last month of that fight, advertising wise. So maybe they knew, and I mean, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see not one advertisement
Over
on that
here.
fight over here on that fight, not one. And I'm talking about I bounced 4 different states in the last month, and I didn't see not one advertisement in 4 states, and that's sad.
No, but as we all know, when it comes to boxing and sports, America's generally very biased. If it's not an American, then they don't really push it like that. But over there, the fight was sold out. The fight was sold out already, right? And
Of
it's
course,
definitely being marketed in the UK and overseas over there. Just over in this country, they weren't really pushing it. And a lot of these podcasters that they do boxing, their main focus is to run Joshua Spence into the ground. I mean, how much more juice can you get out of that? So
right,
I'm
right,
not. I mean, congratulations to the brother, he won, and then we talked about it to infinity. But to me, it was time to move on from it because you can only say so much about the fight until you start getting
absolutely,
into to
right.
some foolishness with it. So to me, I wanted to bounce away from it, right? And then I said, okay, there's a heavyweight fight is next week, and nobody's mentioning it. Let me do my thing with it. Then I got all into it, and then boom, the next day it's canceled. I've never all my 30 plus years of watching boxing, I've never seen a fight get canceled like that. Never. I've never have known that somebody failed a test. Somebody else knew the results 3 weeks. Especially, he didn't volunteer for VADA. He asked for VADA. He wasn't. It wasn't forced on him. He asked for it in all his fights. He's asked for it. So this is no taking care of himself and putting stuff in his body. And in all reality, he's never popped dirty for anything except for what he bought over the counter when he was first got into boxing, because that's what he's always done. He went and bought stuff over the counter, used it. Okay, the second time that wasn't his fault. That was something that happened in the lab. This time, I don't believe that he's dirty whatsoever. Because why would you ask for a test like he said? Why would I ask for the damn test and then go ahead and knowingly take something that's going to show up on the test? That doesn't make any damn sense.
You just broke it down to make it make sense. So, I absolutely agree with it. You know, after you broke it down, it kind of, it's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy for me to ask something that I know I'm gonna fail. You know, but you know what's even crazier, brother, is why didn't they go on with the fight with the replacement? Because you always have a
There
plan
you
B.
go. See that? Yeah, there
You
you go.
know,
Yeah,
so maybe they didn't want the fight to happen at all. Period.
because I mean, and on top of that, they only offered him $3 million. Everybody that's ever fought has made more than that fight in Anthony Joshua. And
And
this is it's Dillian White we're talking about, and he comes with his own audience. He
fighting,
just like White
fighting
is known.
Joshua.
I mean,
Yeah,
White, yeah, just like Joshua is known, comes with his audience. White is known and comes with his own audience over there in the UK, right? So it's not like it's
absolutely.
a fight that you have to push down people's throat. People who are on both sides want to see this rematch because this will be the third time they fought. Once in amateurs, once in the pro, and now a rematch in the pros, right? And one, as I was saying, Joshua has all the physical tools, but his boxing elevator doesn't go up all the way anymore, right? For some
Right,
reason,
right.
right?
I don't know
And
why either. Yeah,
yeah, and Dean White, his his boxing skill is not as high as Joshua's, but his mentality is that he's a dog.
he's still
You could
sharp.
knock him
Right.
out, you could beat him, he's gonna come, he's gonna keep coming. So that's
So
why. And then he was with Buddy McGirt, which made me even want to see the fight even more because you could see that he was in shape. I mean, just both of these dudes were in shape.
yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of smelling what you're putting in the air now. Yeah, I'm putting the pieces of this puzzle together. And I really didn't think about it. It's hard, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at all of the, you know, evidence that's presented to me. Hmm. Well, it looks to me that they didn't want this fight to happen at
Nope.
all.
Follow the money,
Be-
brother, and you'll get your answers.
yeah, because maybe that they seen something in Joshua that they didn't think that um, they didn't like, and they seen something in White that they think that maybe, if Joshua lost to White, it was over with. He has no potential of anything ever happening at a top level for him. He will be a gatekeeper, maybe, but as far as him, maybe even fighting at a top level like he did, if he lost to White, um, that would have been over with. He'd have been a gatekeeper, you know. But I think that maybe they seen that Butler McGirt put that boy in a good position to win, and they didn't want it to happen.
Well, I tell you what, I don't believe Joshua would ever be a gatekeeper because he is the top of the heap in the heavyweight division. There's no one higher than him. He's lost twice already, right? He's lost twice already, or three times. TKO and twice on points. And he's lost to a guy that moved up from cruiserweight twice, and he lost to a fat boy, right? So
Yeah,
he got knocked down numerous times against the fat boy, and he just got out toughed and outmaneuvered by the cruiserweight, right? Usyk.
right,
So I don't believe he'll ever be a gatekeeper. They'll start questioning whether he should still box or he should retire. But after a fight, if he decides to keep fighting, a win or two, and they'll say he's back. But he's the top of the heap. There's no one else keeping heavyweight that makes any money in boxing, heavyweight boxing. When it comes to heavyweight boxing, there's no one higher as Run DMC would say, sucker MCs. They call me sire, right?
right,
So
absolutely.
there's no
But
there's no one higher than
yeah,
him.
but maybe Julian White was that that fire that could have burned his kingdom. You understand me? Um, because a loss to Dillian White, that would have been what, three losses on his record, and then um, he would have maybe wanted to avenge that loss if he could have. I mean, look, Eddie Hearn thinks like really different than maybe we think. I never thought that Eddie Hearn was as sharp as people give him credit for because he throws a lot of money at the wrong people, I think. Um, and let's say, for example, um, they know something that we don't, right? And so Joshua has been training all this time. They could have easily got somebody else and had the fight go on. I mean, so that right there in itself, I can't make heads or tails of that. That makes absolutely no sense at all.
I
You know,
mean, based on what David Hay was saying, Derek Chisora was supposed to be his replacement. That's why he's been training all this time because he knew about it all already. How did he know about it already? And nobody else knew. Derek Chisora was supposed to take his place, and he was trying to hype up Derek Chisora. And we all know Derek Chisora is on his last toe, not even his
yeah,
last leg, his last toe.
yeah,
You know?
right. So now, for real. But I mean, David Hay, yeah, David Hay always, like I always like his opinions because he's always, to me, he's always kept it pretty, above board. Like he's been pretty fair with his assessments on things. So I always like him as far as whatever he says. I kind of like I could pretty much like be like, oh, okay, cool. And you got other people that say stuff. I'm like, man, he's full of shit. But so maybe there's something to fight up with. Maybe like because we all know that Big Baby, not Gerald Miller, but the other Big Baby, he's not what they make him out to be. And maybe they're trying to set something up with Joshua and him, and maybe they're just trying to give him enough time to get in some kind of shape. And but because that'd be a good test. I mean,
Hey,
what do you think
brother,
about that? Uh,
I agree with you, but brother, they said the noise in the background is hurting the audio. It sounds bearable to me, but is there any way you could actually move away from that?
uh, hold up. I could just do the best I can with diluting it, bro. Because um, yeah, I forgot it was Monday. Just being honest. It's just like the weekend turned into just like my weekend just turned into like long days. Like so, like
Okay.
it's been like one long day for the last 4 days. So
Right, right, right,
I just forget, like when when you sent me the link, I was like, oh dang,
right,
you
right.
know.
You can't step
So
into another room or anything like that, or you just at the gym, or where you can't step into another room.
give me a sec. I'll work it out for you.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So if anybody's saying that White pop dirty, adverse finding. I don't know what adverse finding means. Thank you, Lisa. I don't know what that means, but this seems like Revis all over again, where they claim that he was dirty, a sample B, and then eventually he was cleared because there was some adverse finding in the lab that had nothing to do with him. And why would he Mark? This is for Mark. Why would White, who is the one that asked for Vada in the first place, then go ahead and take something to pop dirty when he's the one that asked for Vada? I mean, I sent you the link. It's easy to stay in the chat and give your opinion, but hey, you could easily jump up on the panel and speak your piece. Hey, jump up on the panel, speak your piece, and shame the devil. Yeah.
That's funny. All right, bro. I made it happen
All
because that's
right.
what I
Good.
do.
Good. Good.
I make things happen. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Like I said, I wasn't prepared for tonight, but I'm here. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. That's a hard one, man. Because you mean with your homework that you've done on it, I didn't look at it like, like that, but now I looked at it like I'm like, wow, why did they? And you said he knew about it like 3 weeks earlier, so he started training, getting himself together for it, and they didn't even let it go on. So that makes absolute no sense.
Yeah, just I
Hmm.
mean to cancel it flat out like that, that's what surprised me. Especially with the fight being right around the corner, you would figure they want to save it and not lose all that money.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't think I could understand it. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I was on mute because I'm texting and back and forth with Mark, but I can hear you just fine, brother.
Yes,
Go ahead.
it's
All
cool
right.
there. No, I can't make head tells of it. But like I said, right now, man, they need to bounce back with something because they do have an audience, and they owe their audience, the pay-per-view buyers, something because they were expecting a heavyweight showdown. So just to cancel it without any kind of, okay, let's say it was handled by, top rank. I'm not going to even go PBC. I say top rank. Fuck it. And they would have had somebody else lined up and ready to go. They would have called somebody, hey, on a week's notice, bop bop bop, boom, and they would have announced it, and they would have said why they canceled up, Whyte, but he's fighting so and so. Um, it happened actually. You know what? That happened with it happened with Tank, for example, right? Tank was supposed to fight, and he couldn't fight the person he was supposed to fight. So that's how Cruz ended up jumping in there. You understand me? Like that's how that all that happened, you know. But long story short, they didn't just say, okay, hey, he's not fighting, deal with it. You don't do that, you know. The sport is at a such a um man. We need Jesus to take the wheel and 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 some other people to do some other things and some other things because they're taking our beloved sport and they're like running it into the ground. You can't have a sport as big as boxing run on a Crawford fight here, a Davis fight here, a Stevenson fight here, and a Haney fight here. Once maybe fight one of them maybe fight twice a year. One fights once every 2 years. One, no, you need more than four names, man. You got to have big dogs out here, and they're there, and we know it. But like they make the promoters look bad, like they're scared to make the matchups. No, these fighters want to fight. That's how we eat. But I'm gonna call my people on the inside over at Metro and find out what in the hell's going on. What really's going on?
I'll be good. I sent the link out to uh Dean White and Spencer Fairron, but like I said, it's 1:32 o'clock over there. I don't expect them to jump on at all, right?
Right.
Yeah, because this is early in the morning. That would be if they jump on. That would be a reach. That would be wow. They actually stayed awake to jump on. So I don't expect them to come on. But truth
That's
be told,
crazy.
Friday when we have the panel on here, we're gonna discuss a lot of things. I'm sorry about the ladies' fight. I'm gonna check that out. We're definitely gonna jump into that, and I'm gonna pass this question around to everybody that comes out on the panel. Get your boy back on here Friday if you can, Mr. Brother Hatchet, Brother Hatchet. All right, I like him. Right,
Hack it, hack it, hack it.
Hackett. What I call him, Hatchet.
Yeah.
I'm just beating up his name, aren't I? But yeah, Hackett, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
His
yeah.
son won seven. He's 7-0 now. Mayweather
Okay,
Promotions. He got a
okay. What was it?
knockout. He got a knockout
Good. That was
this
my next.
weekend.
That was my question. I tell you what, get him on here Friday, man, with the panel, him, Marvin, and I'll fill in the blanks with everybody else, and we'll make for a good show, right? Friday's our day. Uh, we will go from
Well,
there.
yeah,
But to
and try,
me, mhm,
let's try to get the brother Gas on here.
Bruce,
Brother Gas, also
yeah, you talking about
Gaskin, Gaskin.
Bruce Gas? That's what you talking about? What you
Mm-hmm.
need? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll just make a call to him.
Yeah,
To
I wanted
me,
to.
yeah, if you're gonna talk boxing, uh, if you're gonna talk boxing, I'm not gonna let anything go under the rock simply because I just don't want to talk about it. I mean, I talked about the Joshua Spence, Terrence
Yeah,
Crawford
Joshua Spence.
Spence.
Wow,
Yeah, Crawford
didn't know
Spence.
they were related. Jeez, how that happened?
Yeah, exactly. Crawford Spence. We're gonna talk about that. We talked about that, and there's a whole bunch of other things that we could get into. I just don't want to beat anything to death because to me, it's a wide open thing. I'm not sticking to the. I don't stick to this. Well, I don't believe that just because this is current affairs, that's all you need to stick to. Allow the conversation to flow and to tell you where it needs to go.
Absolutely. So
You know?
we're
Yeah.
gonna put that on the back burner until Friday because we both want answers. I want answers too, and I'm gonna call my guys. I got somebody actually uh that works in their front office, and like you said, they're sleeping now. I'm gonna call them in the morning. I'm gonna ask what happened, man, and I'm gonna see if I can get some answers, man, because that's crazy. That's odd,
Yeah, that's
right?
super odd. I mean, what threw me off is they canceled the fight flat out. They canceled
Yeah,
it
just
flat out. There was
yeah,
no, hey, let's try and save it. Nothing, just canceled it.
and they could have had got a. They could have. I mean, like you said, they had a replacement already on deck. What do you do? I mean, like,
Derek
is it a
Chisora.
yeah? Is it a thing? Maybe Derek James was like, "Hey, I don't think that Josh was ready for Jillian," and they canceled it. Hey, that's not a stretch, brother.
Yeah.
It's not a stretch. It's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here because I want to answer his question. Da, 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 da. Here we go. This is Mark right here. Mark says White is a cheater and should be banned for life. If these
No.
hold on, yeah, yeah, hold on. If these allegations are proven true, so I guess my question to Mark and to anyone else who feels that way: how many times has White been legitimately? How many times has he realistically really popped dirty? How many times for you to say he should be banned for life? How many times has he popped dirty?
Oh, and let me add on into that, brother King. Um, and since he's so dirty, uh, how many times has he's not you brought out somebody dirty, but like Big Baby Miller is the dirtiest heavyweight in the game, and like people like that, they get caught dirty and then they disappear. But like you're not gonna hang Dillian White for this because Dillian White, he might not be the best heavyweight in the game, but he is an active heavyweight that's willing to fight anybody you put in front of him, and he also he has a I like his style. I like his attitude. I like his mentality as far as I don't care if you think you can beat me or what. I'm gonna fight you regardless. Style. Like I'm not gonna run. You know. So let's not do that. That's too small. What it is, I can't see it. It's too small. I don't have my glasses on. So what really happened then, Miss Lisa? Because like um, I know that Miss Lisa is very knowledgeable about that. So what happened?
Nothing, nothing. I took her comment down and I put marks up. Since I
That's
read it.
it.
Okay, yeah. He says your logic is crazy, blaming Derek James and AJ. When did we blame him for anything? I mean, I don't recall you blaming him, and I damn sure know I didn't blame
No,
him for nothing. Yeah.
no, I didn't. No, I made a statement. I made no. I'm no. I made a
Mm-hmm.
statement, and I said Derek
Mm-hmm.
James maybe seeing something in AJ. I didn't blame him. I just made a comment. But let's make it known, sir, that made that comment. Um, I do work with the BBC, so kind of would be on their side on this one. So, like, why
Yeah,
would I go against the grain against my own people, right? That would make no sense. So that,
and that
yeah, so that
that
kind of
being
like
said,
Oh,
the
then
okay.
let me introduce Lisa real quick, brother. Lisa,
Hey,
Lisa
hey, what's
Bell,
up?
how are you? Welcome,
Hey,
welcome to the Troy
what?
Graham Experience with the
I'm
Tree
good.
Three Kings
I'm
minus
good.
one tonight. And
Yeah,
that's
I'm
brother
good.
Ali up there. So yeah, yeah, Lisa,
Yeah,
share
nice
what's on your
meeting
mind.
you. Yeah, I don't know to the brother. I
Hey,
don't know what happened. Hi, how you doing? I don't know what happened. I just saw it came up yesterday, and I was like, really? I was like, oh wow. So I just know that there was some adverse find. They didn't say what it was yet. So so I don't really know uh what's going on. But I do think that he was ready for him. Why wouldn't he be ready for him? Fight is this weekend, supposed to be this weekend. So I really don't know that part, but you know.
Lisa has a Lisa has a Baltimore accent, like
No, I'm from Newark, New
like
Jersey.
okay, close enough. East Coast. Okay, cool. North. I should. Yeah, I
Uh
remember.
huh.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's right. You are. You said you were from Newark, and I see your avatar. What are you, a Marvel DC fan, or you just like the colors of the
Mm, not
thing?
really. I colored it. Wasn't nothing major. Yeah, I mean I like it, but I'm not really no big
No,
fan like that where I watch it all the time. I
no.
just
I
like the
asked you because me
colors
and
and
my
stuff.
Oh, and that's why I asked you. Because the colors. No, I mean, I asked you because me and my cousin have a we have an online store and we have Marvel and DC merchandise. That's the only reason why I asked you. But
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Put the put
But
the
other than
chat, put the thing in there so we can look at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you a link. Yeah, we have everything. But so when did you find out about this, Miss Lisa? This
I found
this
out
whole
I found out
but
about it yesterday on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
mm,
And that's when it came out. Sometimes these people know about this weeks beforehand with Vada, so
yeah,
I'm not really sure. You know, so I really don't know what it was for.
I like Vada,
That
honestly. Me
Yeah, cause
personally.
see Dylan and they both was paying for their own testing or whatever, yeah. For
Hmm.
each other's testing, so yeah, it catches a lot of stuff, yeah. So I
Yeah,
really don't, like I said, you got to declare everything. Dillian you have to declare the stuff,
right.
you know.
So, Miss Lisa, so like I was telling Troy Graham that just last this last like month, like I bounced a couple of different states and I didn't hear like too much advertising. What was the advertising in New Jersey for this fight? Was there any advertising for this fight?
No, because the Americans are not really behind Dillian and Joshua.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's the same thing
so they
too.
haven't really been talking about it. A lot of people say they wasn't really interested in this rematch. Was the point? The only fight they're interested in with Joshua is the Wilder one.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's
Well, I
Americans,
mean,
but I don't have that stance, because I
right, right,
like
right.
boxing.
Well, well, since you don't have that stance, you like boxing. So, would you rather see Joshua fight Andy, or would you rather see Joshua fight Wilder?
I'm gonna
Uh,
say knock Wilder
I
out.
think it would be Wilder at this point because they haven't fought yet, so it just makes sense for it to be Wilder. He's
Hmm.
fought Andy Ruiz twice already. Andy
Hmm.
interjected his name in it. See, that's the thing. Don't listen to those guys. If it's not from Team AJ or 258 Management, uh, or even Eddie, if it's not from 258 Management, AJ's management company, I wouldn't
Hmm.
even listen. David Hayes just going by what he heard. If it's not nothing official or confirmed, I learned not to listen to it.
Right, right, right. We're gonna get to the
Absolutely.
bottom of it.
And I'm glad you said that because we have a gentleman on here named Boxing Scholar who wants to interject his half a cent or 2 cents, but it might be half a cent with him.
Hey,
So,
Scholar.
What's
so
up,
go,
Lisa? What's
so
up,
go
Troy?
ahead there, Boxing
How you doing, brother?
Scholar, and
Nothing. Nothing.
go ahead and give us your, tell us what's on your mind there, good sir. And
Man,
don't
I
forget what
think,
Lisa just said. It's not what you heard, but is what is fact. Remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, but in boxing, we know, I mean, when somebody's a repeated offender, more than likely they did what they were accused of. You remember Jarrell Miller before he got that ban? He had got popped for steroids, and then he said, "Oh, my B sample." He had every. They always say they didn't do it. They got every excuse in the. First, they say they didn't do it. Then once it's a fact that they did do it, they pull up the B sample. They always have a reason. Oh, somebody gave me some in the alley. I didn't know what I was taking. It's always excuses. Dylan White at one time was my favorite fighter, even after AJ knocked him out. I just liked him because he brought the fight to the people. Like he had a good fighting spirit. I'll put it like that. I feel like if he got with the right teacher, he would be really, really good in the heavyweight division. But obviously, Dylan White doesn't believe the same thing I believe because he needs something to enhance his performance. I think he's the same thing as Jarrell Miller. Like they lack something mentally. And this whole situation, you know what it did? It showed me that Andy Ruiz got that skirt on. Because Andy Ruiz was more excited about fighting AJ than he was with Deontay Wilder, and they both on the same promotional company. And that fight would have been easier to make, but he's jumping at the bits to try to get back in the ring with AJ. But he don't want no parts of
Troy,
Deontay
Troy.
Wilder.
No, no, I want him to finish because I
I'm
don't
It's
want to
the
sorry.
cut your brother off.
money. It's the money.
Yeah,
I, I,
More
I
money,
actually,
probably.
I actually want the boxing scholar to
hey, Troy.
finish it.
Let me let
Then
me
I'm going to
handle this,
answer.
Troy. Let me handle this, Troy. Scott, brother Scholar, because as I see Troy once, Troy, I know you. Look, before you get out, look, let me just say this. I know you're waiting. I say it in your face, brother Scholar. So, would you ask for a test that you know you would fail?
Yeah, if you think you could beat it, Lance Armstrong did tests for years.
Lance Armstrong.
Jarrell Miller did tests. He took four banned
We talking
substances
about
because he thought he could beat the test. See, these cheaters, they tell them it's going to be undetectable or you're going to beat the test. So they're confident in what they're giving them and what the person is telling them. Because let's be honest, these boxers,
this
all they know is
Vada.
boxing. They don't know science. They don't even know finance. That's how they leave the sport broke. So they get somebody that they trust with this type of
But
information.
brother,
And when people tell them this stuff, they believe it.
but but it's the Vada test, brother. But it's the Vada test, brother. We're not talking about Lance Armstrong in 1942. We're talking about the Vada test in
42.
2023,
That
which
was
is
that
I
bro, that
feel
wasn't that long ago.
it was long
Excuse me.
enough to be in a comic book that I got that's in black and white. But what I'm trying to say to you is, brother, why would you ask for a test that's the most efficient test? I feel right, thinking you can beat that.
Because he thought he would beat it. I already answered that. The same reason anybody pops.
Crickets.
There are people who take tests, right? And they know that they're dirty and they still get busted. Why do they take that test? Because they think they could beat it. Valdez thought he could beat VADA
All
because
you,
VADA is
Troy.
more strict than other agencies. Sometimes they might use USADA and beat USADA with the same supplement, but when they take it with VADA, they don't. I got a question for you guys because I don't know. I don't. I'm at my school. I'm not privy to the internet. So the first time Dylan White tested positive, was he using VADA?
The first time he tested positive for anything, he bought something over the counter. He just got into boxing. He bought something that he normally takes. He bought it over the counter from an actual drugstore, and he didn't know that
Hmm.
that substance was banned in boxing. So he got to sit down for that. There was no second time that he actually got pop dirty for anything because what was found that it wasn't he was never dirty. It was a faulty finding in the lab. It was never him popping dirty for anything. He was
Facts.
accused of popping dirty on his
Facts.
B sample. So that was only one. It was only one time, and he didn't. He
Yeah, I
didn't. He
remember
took
that. Yeah.
something, and he took something. The very first time he took something, he was early in his career, and it was something that he normally takes that he bought over the counter. He didn't. He didn't sneak and go buy it. He went out to a damn drugstore, a fitness drugstore, whatever, and bought it and took it. And they were like, "Oh yeah, that's banned from boxing." He said, "Well, I didn't know." Well, they said, "Well, sorry for you," and he was
That,
sat down. There,
that's
there,
cap,
there.
But
Troy. That's cap.
but
They give
was
No,
you a
he
list.
taking
No, it's not
hold
Vada?
cap.
on,
No,
hold
Hold
that's
on.
They
up.
not
give
Was
cap.
you a
he
Please,
list.
please,
taking
please, let me
Vada?
answer. Let
Hold
me
up,
Vada
hold up,
gives you
hold
a
up.
list of
Was
let
banned
me
he
answer,
substances.
please,
taking
Lisa.
Vada then?
No, okay, well, hold on. Let me answer this. It's not cap at all. It's really a simple Google. You can find that out on your own. I have no reason to lie to you. We had these conversations
No,
before.
I
No, no,
noticed.
I'm talking
I
about
already
your scholar.
noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother
What I'm
Scholar, do you
saying
know?
is, was he with Vada then the first time?
No,
The first time, no,
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 no.
no, 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 no. He was real young in boxing. This is something
Mm-mm.
he normally took when he was working out. So he just normally took it. He didn't, unbeknownst to him, that it was banned from boxing, right? So
Okay.
there actually was no multiple times that he ever popped dirty for anything. There's only that one time. The second time, there was no second time because it was found it was the lab's fault. It wasn't his
Yep.
fault.
Google
So,
it.
and now there is no third time because you can't tell me what they didn't say what they found this in the system, that in the system. Like, Lisa posted adverse whatever they found, but they didn't give you what he found. And you have to look who he's with. He's surrounded by Buddy McGirt, who's always been a straight shooter, always been a straight
Yeah.
Mhm.
shooter. And then you have to take into account that how did how did other people know that he failed 3 weeks before he knew that he failed? And why would they cancel the fight outright like that? So that's why I'm saying there's something else going on here. Now, if you could prove anything I'm saying wrong, please do. But I'm telling you for a
He
fact
had to have
that,
known he failed. No, that's not
yeah,
true. He had to have known that it was an adverse finding because when Connor been, they both knew. It was just we didn't know.
Facts. You know what? I think it's crazy that Troy. I know you like Dylan White. I mean, you would have to say that you don't think you're a little bit biased on this, that you would believe the lab is wrong versus Dylan White being wrong.
brother, listen, I'm not coming out my ass with the comments I'm making. These are facts. All you have to do is go Google them, and then you'll find out for yourself that I don't play favorites like that. If the man is wrong, then he's wrong. If I'm telling you that that's what the finding in the so-called B sample, we talk about we going backwards in time now. We talking about the fight he had with Rivas. And they came out and said that it was their fault. It's not me coming out and saying that. Why would I make up something like that? Why would I make up something like that knowing that you could use that against me? Why? Think about it.
I have a theory. I have a theory. I think Dylan White, if you go look at his body when he was younger, he was a smaller
We're not
guy
doing that.
compared to
We're not
now.
doing that. We're going off facts.
And
We're
Dylan
going off
No.
and
facts.
Dylan White,
Nah.
this is a fact. Dylan White tested positive for steroids the first time. No matter
No, he
whose
did
fault
not.
you, Troy, they give you a list of banned substances that you can't take. Did you know that?
What was he banned for the very first time then? The very
I
first
just
time
told
he
you I'm
was.
not privy to that. I'm
No, you
not. I
said
don't have the
steroids.
internet in front of me.
Steroids covered a
No.
lot of
What you're
things.
doing is making a straw man argument to make me seem like I'm
I'm
wrong
not making a straw
against
man.
your
I'm
guy.
giving
So
you the
so
facts of
so
what I'm
so
giving you the facts of the situation.
so
You
this is
said
what happened.
steroids, but that covers a lot of things.
He
What
didn't
was he
use
banned
He
for?
didn't use Vada the first time, right?
He
Dylan
was
White
young
probably
Scott.
then.
took. He
Nobody
was
was
young
using
then, and he
Vada
was
back.
taking
Nobody
steroids,
was using
and he
Vada
thought
back
he
then.
could beat the system.
What
Troy,
what steroid
Scholar.
did he take?
he thought
What
he could
steroid
beat
did
the
he take?
system.
Name it
Why
and
is it
claim
so
it.
hard to say
What?
Dylan White cheated,
Listen
bro?
to me. What's no, no, no? What steroid did he take? I mean, because you coming out boldly and saying the man, listen to me, that he did
Why isn't he
something,
fighting
but
AJ?
you,
That's a bigger question.
I'm not doing this
Let's do
because what
that.
you're
Let's
doing
do
now
that
is
because
when you're
that's the most
deflecting.
We
We're
important
gonna
don't
thing.
stick to
know.
the subject
We
He's
at
don't
not
hand.
know.
fighting
Hold on,
AJ for a
hold
reason.
on, hold on, brother. We're gonna stick to the subject at hand. To me personally, if you're gonna accuse someone, you should have your facts in order before you jump out the window and say he did this. You don't have your facts in order.
Okay,
So
well
what exactly are you
put the
speaking
chat on the
on?
screen. Mark just put what he tested positive for on the screen.
And also, hey brother, where you calling from, Scholar?
Where am I calling from? Like where do I live?
Brother Scholar. Well, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. What area? What area? No, like what area?
Texas.
Like yeah. What city?
Well, bro, where you want to know
Texas.
where I'm
Okay.
at?
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
What's the relevance of where I'm at?
Well, the relevance is because I'm making conversation with someone that I'm ready to break down the actual ignorance of your comment that made no relevance to anything that mattered due to the fact that I know a lot of people in Texas. I was just wondering where you were from, but I know people in Texas that I love
Okay,
very
just
dearly.
address
So
my
it's not the state you're from.
about
It's
Texas.
the
Just
fact that you're
address my
from
ignorance.
somewhere. You're from somewhere that you don't know boxing. So if you know boxing, that Vada wasn't even around the first time in Manchester. I'm not Dillian's White favorite fan. I'm a boxing goddamn cut man
So
in the
look, I
real
gotta know
world.
boxing to know when
But
Vada
listen,
was started
hold
up.
up, sir. Hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. Let me ask you, sir. Let me ask you this: why didn't they have a fight? Because when you have a fight that's canceled, you have a fight planned for a B. You have a plan B for the fight to go on. You don't just cancel the show because of one damn monkey. So why didn't they continue the fight? I'm asking you that. Now, you
But you
want to do
never
my
answer my
background?
question. Why isn't
Do
Dylan
my
White fighting?
background,
There's
brother.
nothing ignorant about that. We're here to discuss why
That's
Dylan
very
White isn't
ignorant.
fighting, and you guys are
Ignorancy means you
obviously
don't know what
Dylan
you're
White
talking
fans,
about, brother.
and you know
I'm
everything.
oh,
So you
oh
got
I'm definitely
somebody.
not.
So you
I'm
got
not.
somebody on the
You
No,
know
inside.
I'm
You
why?
not a
got Dylan
Dylan
White
White fan
Guess
at
numbers.
what?
all.
Somebody blew the whistle.
You want me
That's
to call?
why.
Hey, bro,
That's
check this
all it
out.
is.
You have no idea who I am. I'm not even going to toot my own horn right now. I'm gonna just let
You've been
that one
tooting it this
go.
whole
But
time.
this
You
is what
might
I'm
as well
going to
toot it
do.
again.
I'm not going to toot it at all because I'm talking to somebody from Texas that he's at school and he has all the educational things around him. So use Google and find out the information.
What
You're
the?
going on
So a
coulda, woulda,
person
shoulda.
as
And
that's
why
where
didn't
dumb
they?
people go. They
What?
go to
So let
school.
me ask you a question, bro. Let me. Yeah, no. Dumb people don't go to school. Smart people go to school. I don't know no dumb person that goes to school. So that's just ignorant in itself. So
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying to you
You
is
got the
this:
answers.
um,
Elaborate.
why did they
Elaborate.
cancel the fight altogether? Period.
Because he was cheating. It's not rocket science.
Uh,
The
They
only reason it's rocket
canceled the.
science is because y'all don't want to accept the
he had
facts.
a bad. Okay,
Y'all
okay,
talking about his third grade
sir,
teacher,
sir, sir, sir,
something he
sir.
ate in
You're not
2012.
understanding me,
Lance
sir.
Armstrong was from the black
I
and
said
white days. Everything
no,
to
sir, no,
accept,
sir,
not accept the fact that the
Listen,
man was
sir,
cheating.
listen, sir. Okay, we're not talking about Dillian White, sir. Fight. I can accept the fact, sir. I am not a Dillian White fan, sir. Listen, I'm a boxing fan, sir. Understand this. So when Dillian White, if let's say Dillian White tested negative, positive, or whatever, all right, whether he did it, he didn't, doesn't matter. Why didn't they have a B plan for somebody to fight AJ? Why did they
They
cancel
don't
the fight
expect fighters
altogether?
to cheat
That
and go into the ring. This is why they sign all those contracts and paperwork, bro.
God,
So
Okay, well,
you think
listen.
that they're supposed to go into the fight
one of your
and
friends.
think somebody who you think is
So this is one of
innocent,
your friends.
you think he's innocent, so they're gonna make a plan B for a guy who takes steroids that y'all don't think he's taking steroids. Bro, that makes no fucking sense whatsoever, bro. Nothing. It like, bro, that I can't even follow y'all's logic.
Brother,
Okay,
they
Like
had
listen.
someone
You
already
know, boxing
lined
it's
scholar.
so
up.
silly.
Hold
It's
up,
like
everybody.
it's
Hold up. You know, me, Stephen, here, boxing scholar. I'm
You know
just gonna
what's
say
silly,
this,
brother?
right?
Let me tell you, what hey, Troy, hold up. What's silly is this, brother. They had someone already lined up 3 weeks out. Did you not hear that part?
those are
They
rumors
already
and
knew about this
speculation,
three
bro.
weeks
No,
before.
that's not a rumor.
That's
David Hay came out in an
speculation.
interview with
David Hay.
David Hay came out. You know, he was being interviewed,
Did
and
Eddie
he
Hearns
said,
come out and say it?
"Listen to me." David Hay came out and he said he spoke to Derek Chisora and he knew that he about these adverse findings, and that's why he's been in training all this time. He knew about it, and he
I
was
It
thought we
supposed to
was
be
dealing
it
in
ready.
didn't
facts though,
come
Troy.
from
That sounds like
Joshua
gossip.
though. If it didn't come from Joshua,
Boxing
that's the
scholar.
thing.
Boxing scholar.
Or
Boxing scholar, brother. He had Bruce Lee as his avatar. Boxing scholar. Listen, check this out.
Man, you be
and
I
addressing
David
don't
Hay
everything
have
shouldn't
but
have
no
said
problem
boxing.
with
that.
You
Had
worry
nobody
about
on
where
this
I'm
and David
panel.
from, my
Hay shouldn't have
avatar,
said that. I'm
my
gonna tell
height.
you why. He shouldn't have said that if it was true, because nothing was confirmed yet.
The whole thing is we want to find out the answer to the answer. That's it. That's all. You're assuming I'm a Dillian White fan, which I am truly not. I'm so far from that. Okay,
Yeah, trust
that's
me, he's
Troy's
not.
guy. I'm a fight fan. Okay, I am not a Dillian White fan at all.
You don't
I'm
have
a
to keep
fight
shooting
fan,
that,
sir.
bro.
So I'm just going on the facts that's presented to us till now. I'm sorry.
I said you don't have to keep telling the world that you're not a fan of Dillian White, bro. You know, come on.
But I'm not. I'm just saying because the brother said I was a, we were dealing with, I like dealing right, and I like some of his boxing skills and things of that nature, but he's not in my, top 5, top 10 or whatever. So no, it's not him. But what I'm saying to you, sir, is like Big Baby Miller when he tested like negative and positive and steroids, like where is he at now? He's nowhere. He's untraceable. You can't find him. I'll tell you why? Because he cheated. He was caught cheating red-handed. It wasn't a mistake. He did it on purpose. Now, what Brother Troy is saying is that the brother he didn't know that the substance was banned that he got over the counter. So therefore, that was his ignorance. Okay, cool. They sat him down, and the second time the lab actually they verified that it was their fault, not his. These are facts on top of facts on top of facts. So whether I like dealing with it or not, I can't refute the facts.
Wait a minute, say that again. You said what now?
Which part? I
That
said a lot.
whole
Which part would you like to hear, Miss Lisa?
no, that last part. That last part, sir. You said when he was in
About
the
the
lab.
lab.
Yeah.
No, I said he wasn't in the lab. The second time when Dylan White was supposed to have cheated, the lab they messed up. They messed
Yeah, he
up,
was
and the
exonerated.
lab,
Yes. Yes.
yes, he was exonerated on that one. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to explain to Mr. Scholar that it wasn't that he's a known cheater. For example, like Mr. Miller, he's known to be a cheater. It's not just like one time here. He's where is he at now? He's gone. Why is he gone? Because he can't get a fight. Why
No.
can't he get? Why
He's
can't he get
back
a fight?
fighting. He's
Which
back.
one?
No, he's been fighting.
Which one?
Not the big
No,
Miller.
I'm
He's
sorry, Miss
been
Lisa.
fighting. He's been back for a
I'm sorry, Miss
while.
Lisa. Maybe I need. Yeah, yes, Miss. Maybe I need. Maybe I need to. I apologize. Maybe I should say that the correct way. On the top level he was on, meaning in front of millions of eyes on TV and things of that nature. On that level, man. That's what I meant to say.
Okay,
He's
got you.
climbing the
Got
ladder
you.
all over again. You understand? And with the talent that he had, you understand? You know, if he wasn't caught for cheating numerous times, it would have it would be so many promoters trying to grab him, grab him, grab him. But nobody wants to grab him because they're scared because he's been caught red-handed with his hand in a cookie jar too
Okay, now
many
he was dirty
times.
because they gave a list of
But
things
on
that
the other
he
hand,
was found dirty
Brother
with. He
White
was
has not been caught with his hand in a cookie jar. But one time, and like I said, that honest to God, that I can back Troy up on that. That was something that he said that he didn't know. Whether he knew it or not, I don't know. But they did sit him down, and from that point on, he fought clean that I know of on record. I'm just going on record.
all right. Well, let me read this comment by Khan Shanri. He said these tests are not precise. The first time White had a questionable test, he was cleared. Actually, not the first time, the second time. The second time, but not the first time. He did take something over the counter that was banned in boxing. That was the very first time, and he sat down for a while. The second time they made him sit for a while, he was eventually cleared after the Rivas fight, and he was found that it wasn't his fault. This they didn't find anything. They said adverse findings, going by what Ms. Lisa here said. So until I get 100% of 100%, and they come out and say, "Well, this is what we found," I'm going to say he didn't do it because why would you ask for the test? And at this stage in his career, knowing what he'd been through with the Rivas fight, when he went to a depression, he blew up to 300 pounds and all that. Why would he put himself through that again
Yeah.
emotionally and all of that? Even though
Well,
he didn't
Right.
do anything wrong with Rivas, they blamed the gloves, they blamed
You
that he
know.
did this and that. I mean, then why would you ask for a test that is really hard to beat and then try to beat it? I mean, don't
well,
and then
there's
then when I tell
no,
you that
that's
these
that's
facts are
there.
easily found, like Boxing Scholar, if I tell you these things are easily found online, don't tell me that I'm making them up because I'm biased. Just because someone's
He's
Jamaican
just
doesn't mean I'm
cool.
always going to
Go
root
look
for
it
them.
up.
Listen, Spence's
I'm,
Spence's people are Jamaican. There's a bunch of Jamaican fighters out there. I don't root for all of them. The
yeah,
last heavyweight champion that
not
Don
all of
King
them.
had, I can't remember his name. The last heavyweight fighter I signed to Don King, the dude that was whack. I didn't root for him, and he's Jamaican. So
Oh,
And
there's
you
no
and
talking
order here.
about
and
you talking about the guy that the one that was murdered, the one that fought
No, 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 no,
Ali.
no, 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 no. This is the guy that just lost to the youngster that's now the heavyweight champion over in the UK. Uh, who's the young
Oh,
heavyweight that just?
Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not Don King's fighter. That's Frank Warren's fighter.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the guy he fought and beat the belt for. It was Don King's fight, and he was Jamaican. What's his name, Lisa? I could Google his name, but yeah, the, that guy who beat
Victor
Lord.
Belfort is an MMA fighter, I thought.
No,
yeah,
no,
Wasn't
no,
he?
no,
no,
no.
no, no.
Whoever this guy from England just fought to win a belt, he was Don King's fighter and he was Jamaican, and everybody was laughing at him.
Oh, you're talking about Trevor
Trevor Bryan,
Bryan.
right?
Trevor, right? Hey, Miss Lisa. So let me ask you. I said, Miss Lisa, where you calling from? You said New Jersey. You said Newark, right? And you just
Yeah.
you said you kicked that right out. And not to be saying nothing. This is not a male or female thing, but you said it. I'm calling from Newark. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So I asked all the callers where they're calling from. Mr. Scholar, he was like, why you, but it doesn't matter where I'm calling from. I'm calling from Texas. I'm like, brother, it's called conversation. Like, why are you so upset that you're in Texas? I mean, are you
No,
stealing
no,
Wi-Fi? Are you
Scholar cool. Scholar
Scholar cool?
cool. He just
But Scholar jumped out the window like, I'm in Texas. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm at
because
school. Okay,
you
cool,
gotta
dude. All right,
understand we deal with trolls all the time on here. Not saying
he's
you.
sensitive.
So no, it's we deal with trolls
He's
on here.
sensitive.
So we have
Well,
to be
listen, I'm a
so we
Baltimore
have to
gorilla.
be
I'm a
mindful.
Baltimore gorilla, and I'm sorry. I gotta be. He gotta be mindful that he don't know a damn thing about who he talking to. And I'm sitting there listening to this guy like, okay. I'm like, are you stealing Wi-Fi from your school? What are you doing? Why are you so mad? Because I'm asking you where you at. You in Texas? Okay, big up. I would have said, hey, shout out to Texas. But no, he made it seem like I'm what does it matter where I'm from? Well, no, I asked a female the same question, and she gave me a honest, gritty, good answer. I asked a male the question, and he gave me a female answer that you would feel like, damn, what are you on? Like, what are you going through? Menopause? Scholar? Come on, man. Don't come on the show with that bull BS, man. Go over the box. Go to Blue Blood. He listens to that shit all day, all day. Go listen to him. We don't do that here. And it's just that simple. Bam. Drop the mic.
Okay, listen. Don't call that boy sensitive. He takes great offense to that. Don't call him
I don't care what he
sensitive.
take offense to, man. You don't get all. I'm in Texas, and brother, I just asked somebody, a sister, where she was from. It wasn't like I just asked you. I would ask Short where he was from, but I already know that. Like,
Oh my
I mean, like, what do you mean? You're tooting your own horn. I didn't toot the damn thing. Because hey, brother, if I wanted to say my background, you'd have been like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't go there. I just was like, wow, really? Man, damn, I didn't know they, I thought everything was bigger in Texas. I guess they got bigger, soft brothers in Texas. Soft as all hell. Hey, there you go.
See, I
You
told
back?
you.
Can we be friends now? Can we be friends now? Because the comment was just a friendly
Hey,
outreach to find out where
I,
you was from, brother. That's all. It was. It
I got
wasn't. It wasn't nothing else. Did you hear me ask?
I got green eyes. I'm 6 foot. I like long walks in the park. What you want to know my whole profile, bro? It was
Float
irrelevant. You could
on,
have just
float
made your point.
on.
Long walks in
And
the
look,
park.
look,
That's
look,
what's
no, no,
up.
no, no. Look,
That's
look. This is
relaxing.
this is the guy's honest truth, man. Because I was being humble earlier, bro. Bro, you don't know more about boxing than me, bro. That's just me.
I'm gonna
That's
have to
me, bro.
disagree
Okay.
with you on this one, brother. I disagree with you.
I say this. I say this. You at your highest aspiration is probably like a Rick Glacier. Me at my highest aspiration is an Emmanuel Stewart, bro. The X's and
You
O's. bro.
Oh my
The
God.
X's
This
and
is the
O's, bro.
same dude.
Bro,
This is the same
we
dude
can.
that
Hey, look,
gets
we
his
could go
knowledge from.
backstage and we could
This
do
is
film study, and I
see
guarantee you, bro.
there's the
Bro,
thing. This is the same
all right,
dude
look,
that
look,
gets his
all right,
information from
can I
film
ask you
study and
can I ask
different
you a
things like.
question?
Okay,
Can
hold
I ask
on,
you a
brother.
question, young brother?
Brother,
Do you
brother. Just hold on a second. Hold on a second. 'Cause this is the same dude that gets his. He just said it. Gets his information from film study and all that. We get our information from the horse's mouth. And
I don't.
years of being in the gym. That's where we get. That's where I got mine. That's
See,
where he got his.
that's what I try to say. The highest aspiration. I'm not a rumor person, a
Hi,
gossip person, a story
I'm not
person.
talking about no
I
damn
I
rumors. I'm
know what
talking
we're
about
actually here
training.
to watch, and
Okay,
that's the
listen.
X's and
Okay,
O's. I
listen.
don't have to get that
I'm
from
sorry.
anybody's
Hey,
mouth.
hey,
We're not
hey,
gonna
I
do
know
hey,
that.
what
hey,
I'm
We
looking
ain't
at.
gonna do
Michelle, I'm
that.
sorry.
We're not gonna do that.
I,
We're not gonna do
I,
that.
I'm just the guy that's
So
in the
what is
locker
you
room
saying? So what is you saying
that works
that
with these
David
guys.
Hayes
That's
said
all.
something? What is that? That's not gossip.
I'm just a cut man.
Okay, stop for a second.
I'm just
Hold
a
on,
cut
Ali.
man that works. I'm
You,
just a cut man that works with the PBC, and I
Oh,
work with
that's
other
great. That's great
fighters.
because
Oh, there's a
let me tell
brother
you
named
something. Let me tell you something. Stitch Duran has been
Yeah,
in the game for
and
an
brother named
entire
Mojo that's
what
coming up. Jeter
entire
Promotions,
20, 30 year career,
five
some
and
shit like
zero,
that,
three
something crazy.
TKOs.
Stitch Durant does not know more about boxing than
what
Virgil
does that
Hunter
have to
because
do
he
with
knows
you?
his
What does that
lane.
have to do with
Because
you
that's what
though?
he's doing. He's throwing in
What
his
does that have to
accolades.
no?
There
But
are
I'm
cut
saying,
men have been in
what
boxing
the,
for 40
what does
years
that?
and don't
Okay,
know
what
No,
the
shit
I'm
what
about the
throwing
does
my
Stitch
sport.
Duran have
And
to
I'm
do with
guessing
resume,
that you're
you?
brother.
one of those guys.
No,
Resume,
listen. Okay,
resume.
hold on,
I
hold on. Too
I
many
work
people
with
talking at once.
professional boxers,
So
brother.
yeah,
You Google them. I work with them.
What does
You
it matter?
Google. I work with
Because you're
them.
in their corner and you and you're there for a crisis means you know the sport. That means you know boxing. So that means
That
right
means
now
I
that
know what I know.
Stitch
That means
Duran
I
can
know
stop
a
being a cut man
little bit
and go
about.
be a trainer of boxing.
Brother.
Is that what that
Guess
means? That's what
what?
you're telling me.
Guess what? The trainer that's in my gym
Mark.
is the best trainer on the entire East Coast. So I think,
Bro, you're
brother,
saying other people's
you're
accolades
lost,
to give
brother.
you validity. This is what I'm trying to
Accolades,
tell you.
my accolades. Listen, all right,
Forget
my
about your
accolades. Okay, you
accolades.
want to who?
If you put a boxing
My
film on,
accolades. No. We're talking about me.
if we put a
I
boxing
work with
film on,
Tank Davis.
my
I
IQ is
work with
higher than yours, bro.
I work with Ahmed Mojo.
I don't care if you
Muhammad.
work
I
with
work with
the late great Customato.
Tank Davis,
You don't
which
know
is
more
a
about
Baltimore
boxing than me.
gorilla. What are you talking about,
Bro,
brother? You don't
I
even
don't
know
care if
nothing
you
about
brought
your own school
Customato back
because
from the dead, bro.
you're sneaking Wi-Fi from the school,
I don't care if
bro.
you brought Muhammad Ali back from the
McDonald's got
dead, bro.
Wi-Fi too,
You do
bro. I
not know
promise
more
you.
about boxing than me, bro.
Park up in the parking lot. McDonald's got that Wi-Fi. Put it up on there because you talking crazy. You come on a platform. We talk boxing. You talk about accolades. I've been, bro.
You started with
Talk your
accolades.
talk.
You
But
wanted to
don't.
know my
No, I
accolades.
asked you where you were from,
You talked about
and you
my
so damn
avatar.
sensitive. I
Hey,
asked you where you were from.
what you're not
Yeah,
fit do is you're not fit to gas. You're not going to gaslight, bro.
you got green eyes and you sensitive. Take that green eye sensitive shit somewhere else, man. It's not gonna work here. I got brothers I grew up with have green eyes and they're good brothers. Shout out
Okay,
to
but
all my
listen.
brothers.
Okay,
This
listen,
brother right
Ali. I don't mean
here,
to cut
no
you
man,
off,
he's
right? But
sensitive. He's sensitive to my
I got
accolades,
you. I
man.
got you. I
No,
got you.
I'm not gonna let
Mm-hmm.
no dude that's probably not older than a shirt that
He's
I probably
32
own.
or 3 or whatever
Come
he is.
on
But let me
here.
say this. Let me say this, Ali. I know you want to
It's
get it out, but
ridiculous.
let me say this. The only reason I muted y'all is
Fuck
because I
out of
wanted
here.
somebody has a comment for you directly, and he has said something to me directly, so I'm going to read it. You don't need any
Yes, sir.
qualifications to be you don't need any qualifications to be a cut man. That right there is just insulting, and that's a lie. So I don't know why you
That's
would post that,
BS.
Mark.
Who
Yeah,
lied to them?
that was Mark Nash.
What?
I put him out. I put the link out
Mark
there, but
Nash?
I mean,
Mark
because
Nash to be a
you
cut
were
man,
taught how to
sir.
do that, right? Yes. So hold on.
Yeah,
You were taught how to do
absolutely,
that,
sir.
correct? Right.
Absolutely.
And
I was not
he's
only was I
training.
taught,
I don't
Yeah,
have nothing to do with it.
I
not
got
only
you.
was I
I
taught,
got
sir.
you.
I had to go to classes and upon classes to get a certificate. You just can't say, "Hey, I'm a cut man," and just jump in the ring. You have to be qualified. You have to have a certificate, which I have, which I have. So you can't just go in someone's ring and say, "Hey, let me be your cut man," and they say, "All right, cool." It don't work like that. You have to go through classes, and then you have to pass those classes. But on top of that, you have to be taught how to become what you are. I'm a cut man because me being a coach at my gym is unnecessary because the coach at my gym is the champion maker. So therefore, I don't need the coach at my gym because he has it covered.
It's just that simple. And I go to my other gym, which Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, other brothers there. Why do I need to go there and be a coach? For what? They got that covered. So,
Okay,
like, I mean, come on, stop it. You sound crazy.
okay, brother Ali, right? I don't recall you comparing him to a woman. Did you compare him to a woman? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
probably
I said
you.
he was sensitive, and I said
Yeah.
he got female traits, not because of his green
Okay.
eyes and he take walks in the park and all that. It's because he act like a goddamn female. Because I asked him where he was from, just like Miss Lisa. Did I ask you where you were from? Yeah, I asked. I said, Miss Lisa, where you from? I'm calling from North. No problem. She
Yeah,
didn't have no
yeah,
problem with that.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know
this
what?
is going
I'll be
on too
honest with
long.
you.
I don't have nothing to do with this. This is
Yeah,
going on
right,
too
right. Lisa,
long.
Lisa, Lisa.
No,
I
I'm just saying
understand.
because you're a female,
Mhm.
Miss Lisa, and you're on here. And I said, Miss Lisa, hey, where you calling from? I'm calling from New Jersey. Okay, cool. Bob,
You know
that's
what
just
happened,
me
brother?
being That's called hospitality to the listener.
No, no,
But
but you know what happens, brother? Brother,
I
you know
guess
when
I
you
just
don't
got.
have any facts,
I
right?
guess I can ask you where they from.
No, no, no. But listen, brother, when you don't have any facts, then you go all over the place with it, and then you say, "Well, he said this and that about me." We grown men. Things are gonna come out. Things are gonna get said. You can't get overly sensitive about anything because if that was the case, I wouldn't even do a show. I really wouldn't do a show. All the nonsense I've heard throughout the years, right? So nobody's insulted, and I'm taking charge. No, nobody's insulted anybody or anything like that. It's just that you know, this brother Ali is not laid back. Like I'm very laid back, and it takes me a while to get warmed up, right? But when I do, it's a different story. He ain't like that. Major ain't like that, right? So you come up here and you say X Y Z, and then you start puffing your chest out and might go back and forth, and you can't prove anything. They gonna come at you how they come at you. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm not gonna let it get too far gone, but I'm gonna sit back and let it go as long as nobody's doing no threats back and forth. I ain't gonna allow
I
that on this
asked her
show.
where
But
he was from, bro.
I got you, brother. I got you, brother. I got you. I
I said,
got you.
bro,
I
where you
got you.
calling
I
from?
got you. But to
Why
say
does it
that
matter where I'm calling from? Wow, you're sensitive.
I didn't boot Boxing Scholar. I didn't boot you from the screen, brother. I put both of y'all on mute. I didn't boot you.
Hey,
You
bro,
come right back up. I
hey,
never booted you. That is a
hey,
lie.
guess what?
That's a
I'm a
lie,
real one.
brother. I've never
I'm a
booted
real
you.
one. This show is called The Three Kings, and guess who one of them? Me. And I'm still
But
not saying, hey, he's gone. Come on. I have
okay,
nothing
brother,
against you,
brother,
brother.
brother, right?
Nothing against you. Come on. Come
Okay,
on the
brother.
show, brother. It
No,
doesn't
hold
matter.
on.
I want to hear boxing knowledge from everybody.
Exactly, man. There's an open panel. Well, brother, you said you taking back my like it myself. That's like you taking your basketball and going home. That doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me whatsoever. So if you feel that way, brother, hey, I have nothing but respect for everybody that comes on. If you feel that way, take your ball and go home. It's all right. It's all good. I have no
He
animosity
can't
towards
go home.
anybody, right?
They ain't got Wi-Fi.
None.
That's why in
It's
school stealing at this time of night.
we
Who in the hell at school this time of night stealing Wi-Fi? Come on, man, cut it. Now I wouldn't have went there with you, but I'm going there with you because now you just talking crazy. So either you want to just respect the platform, read the platform. It says on the platform it's all about boxing talk, grown up talk. So,
right.
but I'm not going to let you come. You're not going to come at me, and I'm gonna just sit back and say, hey, yeah, okay, that's not me, and it ain't never going to be me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a good time with this conversation, but
Hell's
to
wrong with
me,
this
I'm just
guy?
gonna say this right,
And then he
Mark.
gonna come
Mark,
on.
look.
Then he gonna say, "I got green eyes," and then he gonna say out of his own mouth. He gonna say out of his own mouth, I got green eyes and I take long walks." I didn't say that. You said that.
o-
That
Okay,
sounded
okay,
extra goddamn. Um,
okay, but then no, but this is what Mark Nash
yeah.
said. Then
What's the comment,
then you
man?
said I asked him because where you from? You don't know boxing. Where where you from? So where you from, brother Ali? Where you from, brother? You still there? Go ahead, man. Where you from?
Who? Where I'm from?
That's what the question is. He said, okay, you asked where he's from because you don't know boxing. Where are you from?
Oh, I don't know boxing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm from the humble streets of no boxing knowledge of Baltimore, Maryland, where the first black champion Joe Gans is from. But we don't know nothing here though. I'm just saying.
Been
That's where
three-time
I'm from.
heavyweight champion Hakeem Rahman and Vincent Pettyway and Mac Lewis.
I
And
thought Jack Johnson was a champ. Jack Johnson wasn't a champ before
that was his
Joe Gans.
mentor. No. He was the first heavyweight champion. Joe
Yeah,
Gans was the first African American, not the first black
American
champion.
African
champ.
American,
African American
and he's
champion
from
like,
Oh, okay.
Baltimore.
in boxing, the first
Yeah.
African American champion
Yeah.
in boxing. No, Mark, you said all I saw was the one where you said it don't take any qualifications to be a cut
But we
man.
don't know nothing
I
about Baltimore guy.
I don't believe that Stitch told you that. I mean, if I get him on the show and ask him the same question, I don't believe he would put his heart and soul into something all these years and
Who
then
he
come out and
say?
say take no. It said that
Who he say?
he said
Did he
that, you
say
know,
Stitch?
Stitch said that, you know,
He said
Stitch Duran,
Stitch?
which you know already. I don't have to tell you that. He said it takes no qualifications to be a cut man. Okay, why
Man,
don't you jump out there? Why don't you jump in the ring
I'll
and be a
call
cut
Stitch
man?
right now. Right this second.
Be my guest.
Right this
I
damn
saw
second.
the interview. Yeah, he interviewed Stitch a few times. Yeah,
He talking
Stitch
about
is a
one of my
cool
close
guy.
friends now. That's crazy. He talking about one of my closest friends. Like Stitch is my man. Is he crazy? I just seen Stitch this weekend. Literally. This guy's
Mark
crazy.
knows because he told Mark. Yeah, he gotta watch the video. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, Mark. I didn't take anything out of context. Here's your words right here.
Stitch
You
says,
don't need any qualifications to be a
Stitch says
cut man.
this, right?
I did not take
Stitch
anything
says
out of
this.
context.
If you're a cut man, if you don't know nothing about boxing, do not be a
Boxing
cut man.
Scholar's back, and he
Because the
got
wrong people
Roger.
in wrong hands.
Okay, well, Boxing Scholar's back, and he got a picture of
Thank
Roger Mayweather. So now
I
he's
had to do
serious
it. Hey,
now.
I'm waiting for you to call Stitch, my
Rest
brother.
in peace,
Call
Roger
him live.
Mayweather.
Call him live, Mr. Ali.
Roger Mayweather, my man, my main man.
Rest in peace to brother Roger Mayweather.
Now we're not going to ignore that,
Yeah.
Mr. Ali. Can you call Stitch Duran's live?
Yes, sir.
Because I know Mark got this interview. I done seen this interview about 3-4 times, bro. And he's not lying. He said
that. I'm sure he said more than that.
Absolutely, I can talk to Stitch.
I'm sure those words were taken out of context. I'm sure there was more said than that. Here comes Mark now. He can speak for himself. There you go.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
Here's
Mark.
the thing. I didn't ask the
Hey,
man.
Mark.
What's up, Lisa? I didn't ask the man where he was from because he don't know nothing about boxing. He asked Scholar where he's from. And then he said what he proceeded to say. You read it out of context. That's why I put a quote, because that's what he said.
How you wrote it,
No,
brother. I read it how
sir,
you wrote
sir,
it.
sir.
I read how you wrote it.
No, sir. Sir. I put the quotes there because he said it. It's a quote that what he said.
Who's that,
when
brother
he
Mark?
asked Scholar. It's a quote what he said when he asked Scholar where he from. Because
Yeah, I
Scholar was
said,
like,
where
what does that
you-
have to do with anything? I don't care where
Right.
he's from. I already know where he's from because he said, I'm a Baltimore gorilla. So I already knew where he
Right.
was from. I didn't ask him where he's from. So
Right.
that's not true. You read that wrong. Like I was questioning where he's from. I don't give a fuck where he's from. 1, 2, I got 1,000%. I don't care if you don't believe Stitch Duran said that. I got it on tape. I got it on film.
I'm pretty
And
sure.
as far as the homies talking about, I can call Stitch Duran. I can call Stitch Duran too. But bro, I'm not lying.
I didn't say.
I got it recorded.
I didn't say you was lying.
Hey, look, I didn't call to argue with you. I didn't call to
There's no
argue with you.
argument,
I just called to say what I
Brother.
wanted to say because it was
Okay, bro.
read improperly. Hold up, bro. I've been listening to you talk.
spoke your
It's my
piece.
turn. I'm trying to.
Okay, but listen. When you
So
had
what
your
I'm
turn, let me
trying
have
to
my
say
turn.
is,
Go ahead.
I know for a fact Stitch Duran said that because I got it recorded. And whether you believe it or not, Troy, he said it. And I got it recorded. So you want to put a bet up. You want to put a bet up, bet the bread. But that's all I can't even. I can't. But look, I just wanted to say what I was trying to say because you was reading my comments wrong. But I'm gonna jump back in the chat. Thank you for your
I
time.
could only read what you write.
Yeah, but you're reading out of context.
So he left
and then
without
skip
hearing
another
what
part.
I had to say, but I let you speak. Well,
What?
So, brother Mark, again,
I can hear you in the chat. I'll be back in the chat.
I asked the other brother. I said, where are you? I said, go to the chat, bro. Go ahead. Go where you want to go. Where you comfortable? This is your world.
No, I'm comfortable
I
anywhere,
asked
bro.
the
The
brother
earth
where
is my
he was
turf.
from.
I'm comfortable in Baltimore
That's
too,
all.
believe it or not.
I'm talking about the other guy. I'm talking about the other guy, brother. I said, where you calling from? I didn't say that where he was calling from was good, bad, or indifferent. I just asked him where he was calling from.
And then he
Do
said,
you
"What does that
understand?
have?" He said, "What do you mean where I'm from?" And you asked him, and then he
Right.
said, "Why does they have to do with anything?" And you proceeded to insult him, bro. It's recorded, bro. You didn't ask where you come from a good reason. You was like,
But
"Oh, because I was
that
gonna
wasn't
ask
the
because where
point.
you from, you probably don't
I
know
was
nothing about
asking where he's
boxing."
calling from. Listen, I said, where are you
Bro, it's
calling from, brother?
recorded, bro. It's recorded. It's recorded. You didn't ask where you come from. Just
You
like,
know
oh,
what's
I'm just
record?
asking. You
Let's
right
record
after
this.
that,
Let's
you
record this.
proceeded to
Let's
insult
record
the
this,
man,
right?
bro. It's
All right,
recorded,
listen.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this, all right? And listen, brother Garcia, yeah, I can insult him again when he insults me. It's called he don't know who he's talking to and what he's talking about. That's what I didn't come at that brother with nothing but, hey, brother, where you calling from? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say, hey man, fuck you, where you calling from? I said, hey brother, where you calling from? I didn't come at that brother with no vulgarity, with no aggressiveness or nothing. I said, where you coming from? That's all. And I
And
asked
but he was
Sister
right
Lisa,
in your assertion of it when he said, "Why does that matter?" And you proceeded to say,
well, why does
"Because
it
where you
matter? It
come
matters
from, you
because
probably
I
don't
asked
know
him.
about boxing and all of that
No,
stuff."
that's
Then you
not what I
start
said.
disrespecting where
Now
he's
that's where
from
you're
because and
wrong.
assuming
So,
where he's from,
then
he
now
don't
that's
know
where
about.
you're wrong. So that's
It's
where you
recorded.
need to go
It's
back and you need
recorded,
to
bro.
read your tape.
It's
Go back,
recorded,
listen,
bro.
go back and
Yeah,
listen to
bro,
your,
bro, we're
go back and
debating over
listen
what
to.
you said. You can say that
No,
wasn't
ain't
the
no debating. It's
implication,
recorded.
but
So
no,
what
you
you do is
definitely
just
said
go
that,
back and
bro.
listen to
What
it.
y'all debating over is a man that's
Ain't no
sitting right there who
debating.
can
Go
speak
back
for
and listen to
himself.
it. Why
So
why am I on here talking to two people? Listen, go back and listen to it. Is it live? Remember that. It don't matter.
It,
I
it,
know what
it,
the hell
it,
I said in my mouth because
it's
I
live,
choose
but
my
the
words
man is right
carefully,
there, Ali.
very
He can speak
carefully.
for
And
himself.
as far as
Right,
Stitch
right,
goes,
Scholar. You can speak for yourself, right?
like this, Stitch would be the first person to tell you if you're a cut man and you don't know what you're doing, don't fucking do it because you got somebody's life in your hands and you don't want to be that because you're the person responsible for that person. And if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't belong there. It's just that simple. You don't just sign up to be a cut man and not know what you're doing. Do you understand what a cut man responsibility is
That's a
in a
bad, sir.
professional
That's
fight?
a bad cut, man. But that don't mean it's not people
A
that do
bad
that.
cut
And
man,
I got
no.
him on camera.
A
He said
bad
a
one,
lot of people don't teach
or a good
He said
one.
nobody taught me how to do this. He said when I asked somebody how to learn to be a cut man, he was like, I ain't telling nobody shit. I'm taking this to my grave. He said nobody taught him. He said I had to
Well,
learn
guess
this on
what?
my own, just being in
Okay,
the
guess what?
gyms
Listen,
and being
how
the
about this?
owner of the gym. But I'm
All
telling
right,
you, bro, he said this shit is
how about
I
this?
didn't make
How
that
about
up.
you? Like, listen, I don't want to talk to
Call him
you. I
Ali.
want to talk to Stitch. So since you good friends with him, I already know what I can do. I'm gonna
Call
put
him
you
on
on the
air,
spot.
Ali.
You call Stitch right now and you bring him on the
No, no,
platform since
no.
you
We're
deal with
not
him
saying
so
Stitch,
much,
Stitch
Stitch
is a
right?
gonna
good
call him.
friend. You call him.
Get him. Let's get him. We
You
waiting.
call him. Call him, Ali. He your good
No. We're
friend.
waiting for Stitch. Call Stitch.
Hey, bro,
But
I
But you
got
a
check this
dude
5
out.
though.
interviews with Stitch on my show. I got
No.
pictures
You the
with him.
ones that
So
talking
I'm
about. I can
certified
call
that
him.
I know him.
I
People
know I
know
can
I
call
know
him.
him.
I ain't got
I don't know who
but
you are, like you
I'm
said.
about
I
to
don't know
give
if you
both
know
of
me,
y'all. This
people know.
conversation
but I
been
got
going
proof that I
already.
know him.
Little
Listen,
Randy and
listen,
them,
listen.
that live by the green bus
Listen,
know it. Nobody know. Hey brother, I don't know. You
Ali.
came on here with hostility. I don't know neither one of y'all.
You like the
Honestly,
gaslight,
it
bro.
doesn't matter if I know
That's
you
not
or
true.
don't know
That's
you. I'm
You like
not
gonna
to
tell
throw
you
true.
what
rocks
I
and
do
play
know. I
That's
victim.
know
not true. That's
boxing.
not true.
That's what I
That's not
do know.
true.
And that's
No,
the
bro,
bottom
you
line.
no, bro, you're arrogant and you're disrespectful to people that you don't know.
Arrogant.
And yes, bro,
No,
you
what
up
I
here
am
talking.
is I'm disrespectful to disrespectful people.
Nah,
Okay,
don't mute
go
my
to.
mic and you got him talking, Troy. That's
Disrespectful to
crazy.
disrespectful people.
Nah, I'm trying to.
Nah,
I'm trying
bro,
to
no,
jump in
he's
here and
talking. I get
settle
to
this.
talk too.
I'm in control
Hold
over
up.
here. I
Listen,
can do what I
listen.
want over here. That's why.
Both of y'all hold up, because now I'm gonna say something.
Man,
You,
these dudes
I'm gonna
nobody's
be in the
being
is
chat,
clowns over
okay?
here,
Ali,
man.
Troy, I'll be in the
Yeah.
chat, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you for
be in the
coming on,
chat.
Lisa. Thank you.
All
Okay, now
right.
All
Mark and
right, Lisa.
Ali.
Have a nice day, Miss
All
Lisa.
right.
Okay,
All
Mark and
right.
Ali.
Take care, guys.
Nobody's being disrespectful and going on like that. He's simple. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
good.
showing them
No,
female traits.
no. He's
He
gonna come back
ran.
on here. No, he's gonna come back on here. That's fine with me. But nobody's up here being disrespectful and so forth. He handles things how he handles things. You handle things how you handle things. This whole back and forth about nothing. When Scholar's right there, Scholar can speak for himself.
But hold up, Troy.
He
He
didn't
said
need
I have
anybody to
female
speak
traits. Is
for him.
that not disrespectful?
Huh? Say that
Saying
one
I
more
have
time.
female traits. Is that not disrespectful?
He didn't say. He never said that.
Yes, Troy. He said
What did
that.
he say?
He said I
What
have
did he say?
female traits. He said
No.
he said I was at the school using the Wi-Fi. What school even go at nighttime? He said all of this stuff, Troy.
Listen, he what he said is that he asked Lisa the same question and she answered. Where did you get that he said that you have female traits?
Did you hear how
He's,
he preferenced it when he asked Lisa? He was like, "Well, you got a nice voice or something like that. Where you from?
Listen,
You from Baltimore?" He preferenced
how
it
you
different.
interpret
They
something is
wasn't
how you
arguing.
interpret it. If you wanted
No,
if you
sir,
wanted
I
to
got
know what he
ears
was
and I'm a
saying,
human being.
if
I've
no
been
no
on
no,
this
if you
earth
wanted
for
to
over
know what he
40
was
years.
saying, then you should be a man and ask him directly what he was saying. Don't
Troy, and
interpret
then when I
something
answered
and then take it
Texas,
the
he
wrong
wanted to
way.
know where in
You
Texas.
understand me?
What difference does that make? Just make your point.
Okay, it makes a difference because
Then
you
he
want
said
the
I was
truth, right?
ignorant and I didn't
No,
know
no, no,
my
no, no,
statements
no.
is ignorant.
You
And
actually want the truth from someone, right? Here he is. Ask him if he said that you had female traits. 'Cause I didn't hear that.
did you say
So
I have
ask him
female
if he said
traits?
it.
No, I said that's
Sir?
female. I said that's female activity. That's female.
Okay,
That's
so he
female.
said it. So
No,
yes,
no,
that's
no,
a
no, no.
yes.
I said I got a female on here. I asked her where she was from. She said North, and I asked her a male where he was from, and he acted like a female. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes, so you said it. So you said it.
Well, if I said it, I said it. But hold up, I just called Brother Stitch, and he
So
said this. We're gonna send him a link. Since the brother just jumped off, and since you know him so much, call him and bring him on. Because I just called him, and he's waiting for your call. Since you know him.
wait a minute. Why did you just bring him up on the panel?
No.
Why didn't you just call him live?
He said he could do it. I know what I can
No,
do.
bro,
Hey,
I
we
can
all
hang
live.
up and come back and say I talked
We
to
all live.
Michael Jordan. No.
No.
That's not the way that works.
But if he knows him, right? You can't. No, you went and you came back. You changed your whole avatar.
Because I called Floyd. I called Floyd. I said, "Hey, Floyd, do you know Ali?" Floyd said he's been in the business 20 years and he ain't never heard of you.
Okay, stop right there.
Right. We all know my accolades, brother.
This is the same nonsense you said. This is the same. Hold on, Ali, let me speak. This is the same nonsense you said when I brought up
He's a
Ronald
comedian.
McDowell, and you said you never heard of him. It's the same nonsense you brought up when I brought up Tommy Brooks, and you said no, Tommy Brooks didn't do X, Y, Z. It was this other brother, and they were trained by the same individual. They were trained by the same individual. You always say that, man.
So Troy, you took this opportunity to talk about an old conversation where you were clearly fucking wrong to bring up to say what?
No, stop right
I can't follow you guys. You know what I expect out of my elders? I expect them to be able to articulate themselves and to show restraint.
He trained Calvin Ford. He trained Calvin Ford.
Chill out.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
So what's your connection to Calvin now? So now you connected to Calvin.
What's my connection to Calvin?
What I'm trying to tell you is all your connections are based off other people's accomplishments. Why don't you have your own?
No, sir.
If you're so connected in the boxing game, you know what's crazy? A YouTuber, Ellie Setback, is more connected than you, bro. And Ellie Setback has been around boxing longer than you, and Ellie Setback still don't know shit about boxing.
Ellie Setback,
he gets interviews because that's his job.
Hold up, yo, hey, do me a favor, Troy. I'm gonna send you a phone number, right? I'm gonna send you a phone number, and I'm gonna call Ellie. Let's get Ellie on here. Because Ellie just is a damn knucklehead. You want to call Ellie? Let's call Ellie.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
You want to talk to Ellie?
Let's call Stitch.
You seem like you're a fanboy. You want to talk to Ellie?
Let's call Stitch. No, I'm a fan of Stitch. Let's call Stitch.
I ain't no fan. Look, they my homies. Look, it's a difference. I'm a fan of
Stitch. Let's call Stitch.
Ellie Setback is a damn.
You see how you dance around that shit?
He's not. He never.
You see how I see you, bro. You dancing. You dancing like a motherfucker. Why you dancing around that? Let's call Stitch. You call them. I'm not the one that said nothing about nothing. You're the one that's been saying your accolades from the moment that I pulled up. You were trying to be dismissive of me because of your accolades. You want to know where I was from. You want to know the state that I was from, the city where I was from, my height, my zodiac, and my social security number. But now that I tell you to call Stitch Duran, everything gets murky. Everything gets fishy.
Walks in the park. What's fishy is this: you from Texas and you scared to say you from Texas. What you hiding? Who you hiding from? Somebody done beat you up, took your lunch money?
Bro, gaslighting and spinning doesn't work on me. Call Stitch Duran. I want to tell Stitch Duran where I'm from.
I'm going to tell you where I'm at all the time. 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue and 1217 West North Avenue, Baltimore. Pull up, I'm there all the time.
Oh, now you want to pull up. Bro, you talk about female traits. You talk about bro, and your name is Ali. You supposed to be a fucking Muslim, bro. Change your fucking name. Change your name and turn in your fucking yarmulke, beanie, whatever the fuck you got, bro.
I'm gonna have to move. I don't
know. Go ahead, man.
Y'all, but y'all gotta chill out.
Bro, you weak, bro. Bro, you weak, bro.
Man, shut up, man.
You weak, bro. You weak, bro.
You
mad. You in your you mad.
Scholar and Ali.
Ain't nobody mad. We not mad.
You weak, bro. You can't even say the word too. Say to you. Tell him what to do, bro. You.
Listen, y'all. Now, good. Now that I can speak, this ain't going nowhere. It's not going
Troy,
nowhere. It's just a
I'm
no,
listening
no,
to
no.
you because I
Ali.
don't yeah
Ali. Let me, let me,
these are the
let
kind
me,
of
let
guests
me,
that's on
let
here,
me
Troy.
take charge and let me clean this all up. This ain't going nowhere. It's just a circular
Go ahead,
conversation. It ain't
bro.
going nowhere.
Go,
Let's just take it back
yeah, go
to
handle your
boxing
business,
talk.
man.
Yeah. Just chill out, chill out, chill out. Let's just get back on the point with boxing talk.
Handle your business.
Scholar, both of y'all said what you had to say. Good. Let's move the hell on and get back to talking boxing because this ain't going nowhere. It's not funny no more. I'm not entertained anymore. Let's just stick to boxing and go from there. If anybody want to call anybody, that's fine with me. But let's just stick to the case, the point that we up here for is to talk boxing. Now, go ahead, Ali and
Anyway,
Scholar.
Jordan
What are
White
y'all talking about?
had a wonderful knockout this weekend. He had a wonderful first round knockout, and a first round knockout. Jordan White had a first round after two hand surgeries, and he fought a top notch competitor. And he was on Showbox this weekend. It was in Pennsylvania. I was in attendance. It was a great fight. Uh, I believe it was a minute and 40 seconds in the first round. It was a beautiful fight, and he got a lot of people that's really looking at him. Elijah Price also, he fought this weekend, and he fought in Atlanta. He's a Jetta Promotions guy, and he fought and he also won. And he also got another strap. Like I said, it's a green strap. I've never seen a WBC strap like that one, but it's a really nice looking strap. And on top of that, Mia Killer B Ellis, she won the NBA women's championship belt this weekend at Cotton State
Yeah,
University, as
that's a
well
blast from
as
the past, Ali. I
Bernard.
haven't heard in a while. Killer
Yeah,
Bees
yeah.
a name I haven't
Mia
heard
did
in a
her thing
while.
this weekend, bro. She made it look easy. Mia Killer B Ellis, man, she made it look easy. And on top of that, also Jalil Hackett, who was the Mayweather promoter promotions fighter, he got his knockout in 7-0. He's moving up the ladder real quick. And who else? Who else got some good fights this weekend? It was a lot of good fights this week. Um, Amateur little fun from Upton. He won this weekend. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let Bullet and Calvin fight due to Maryland regulations and this, that, and the other. So that fight did not go forward. But they're going to try in the future to make that fight happen. Calvin Ford and Bullet, which is Rolly's trainer. He lives in Las Vegas. Um, uh, Bullet's actually he's like about 100. No, he's about 220, and he's a younger guy. He fought professional and amateur, and they didn't want to have it, and so Calvin couldn't fight him. But Calvin trained real hard for this fight. He was sparring with Lorenzo Truck Simpson and a lot of other fighters at Upton. And he looked real sharp. He looked real good. Unfortunately, the fight didn't go on, man. So that was the downside of the weekend. But Bad Girl Promotions had a cross promotions with GTD, and it was successful with Copper State College at historical Black University, which is also really great. But it was a lot of good things in boxing that happened this week.
Okay, so uh basically this is a message for you and we're gonna just this is a message.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I'm not feeding into it. If you
Okay,
want me,
cool,
hey,
cool,
look,
cool.
look.
Cool.
You want
We'll,
me to
we'll
feed?
just
Hey, I'm
call it
not
good
going
then.
there because if I go there,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be bad. So let's just keep on talking boxing. Because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
we'll
talk
keep
to
on
no
talking
kids.
boxing, but let me
I'm
say
not
this.
gonna talk to no kids that they just learn how to
I
tie
got
their
you.
shoes
I got you. I'm gonna
yesterday. I'm
say
not
this.
gonna do it.
I got
So
you.
let's talk
Listen,
boxing.
I got you. I have no problem with having a heated conversation. Y'all really don't. But when you start saying the insults back and forth to me, don't do that in the chat. Do it man to man. Get it over. Say what you gotta say. Get it over with. Then move on. Don't leave and then do it in the chat and then like the man said, he just not dealing with it. I don't take sides in this situation. If I did, I'll be standing with Ali. So I'm sorry. I'm not even apologizing for that. I don't have to. But the point being is
Ah,
this.
facts.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. The point being is this. I know why I created the show. This was entertaining for a minute because I know how Boxing Scholar is. I know how he is. I know how he is. I know how he is. Right. I know how Mark is too. Right. So that's why I said both of them just come up here instead of hitting from the chat. Say what you got to say.
Major, where are you at?
And
Major Keys, we
Major take
need
it.
you, brother.
Now, Major Keys with his family. Let him stay. Let him be here Friday. Let him do his thing. So, but
Hey, we
no,
needed
let
the third king tonight,
let
bro.
me finish. Let me finish. I'll say this: no one is. I mean, to get personal and attack someone's beliefs and all that, leave that alone. He didn't. He didn't. This all started because you felt that he said, and Ali, just hold up. You thought he said he called you a woman. He did not. He simply said he asked Lisa a question and she answered and you didn't. Out of that, you took that out of context to say that he was calling you a woman. He did not say that word for word. He did not. If he did, then
I
it would
never
be
did. I never
yeah,
said he was
right,
a
right. If
woman.
you
I
did,
never
that's what I'm saying.
ever said he was a
Let
woman.
me finish my point.
Go
If
ahead.
I
I'm just saying. I'm just
if he did,
injecting on your point. I never said that
right.
man was a woman.
If he did, Scholar, then I would have called him on and said, okay, Ali, whatever he comes back and say to you now, you just called him a woman, so you know he ain't gonna take that, and that would have been the end of my 2 cents in it, right? But I'm not doing that. And at the end of the day, Scholar,
But
you
you
are
know what's not going to happen is on
yeah.
our show we're not going to have people come on the platform our show and
Mhm.
insult our um show, which is last time I checked, it was Troy Graham and the Three Kings. But my personal show was Beats and Boxing, which actually is at a radio station with we don't have like I don't know how many people like listen because we don't have like like on YouTube we have like it's syndicated like everywhere. So therefore we don't really I don't deal with that aspect of that
Mhm.
equation. So I can't really know. I don't know how many people listen to the show, and I haven't done beats and boxing in a while because I've been so busy with professional boxing. And just for the record, to get inside of professional boxing in any aspect, you have to have some skill. It doesn't matter
Okay.
who you are or who you know. You have to
Okay,
have a skill set to do a job, and that's for
right.
everybody.
I see you back, Scholar, but let's just
Troy, Troy,
let's
Troy, you gotta
go ahead,
stop this,
brother.
Troy. Why
What
you
am I
keep making
doing?
me a villain, Troy?
I'm
That
not.
man
I
threatened
can't
me.
make you.
That
What?
man
Oh,
threatened me.
there you go again. What did I say now? Go ahead, brother.
He
Please.
said boxing scholar don't talk about a man's religion because come on, you trying to make me a villain. This man threatened me, Troy.
He threatened. Where?
Threaten
Where
you.
was the freaking threat?
Hey
I'm getting
bro,
here from
Oh
let me tell
my
you
god, I
man.
something.
cannot
Stop.
believe this is
Hey bro,
happening.
Where was
Y'all
the
know y'all being
threat?
hey bro,
recorded, right?
hey
Shut
bro.
up.
The last thing I'm
Shut
gonna
up.
do is threaten
Shut
you,
up. Shut up.
cause guess what? I guess what? I got hitters in
Then you
Texas.
mute me. Then you mute me and let him
I'm not
talk.
going to threaten you, cause I got
Mute
real
us
hitters in
both if you
Texas.
gonna say something.
I'm not going to threaten you, brother. Cause if something was to happen to you, they gonna be locking my stupid ass up, cause I got real hitters in Texas. So I'm definitely not going to
First
threaten you.
off, your old
Okay,
ass
so
shouldn't
I'm
be on the
really not
internet
going to threaten
anyway
you.
making threats.
Okay, I'm not going to
You
Okay.
threaten
too
you, brother.
you too
Listen,
old to be on
Okay.
the internet
man, what?
making threats, bro. You
Hey,
Both of y'all,
didn't you say
not
didn't you say
this
you
you're a
whole.
like
Listen,
Muslim,
didn't you
bro.
say you like to take
Ain't
long
nobody
walks?
threaten
You're
you,
a
Use my time.
Muslim,
Boxing
Go take your
bro.
Scholar.
long walk.
Boxing Scholar. Nobody
Go
threaten
talk
you.
your long walk, bro.
Nobody threatened you at all, man. There's no
Hey,
threat done
ain't
or
nobody
Troy,
said.
threatening
this
you,
oh
man.
my good,
Nobody
I
threatened
can't
you.
believe it. I
What
can't
did he
believe
say
this.
word for word? Hold on a
I,
minute. What did he say word for word? Talk,
you know
talk,
what, Troy?
talk. What did
I
he
want
say
you as
word
a
for
friend.
word? That's what I'm.
I want
What
you as
did
a
he
friend
say
because
word
you
for
would
word?
defend me to the end. He
What did he
definitely
say
fucking
word for
threatened me.
word?
Who threatened
What
you?
did he say
He
word for
gave
Who
me
word,
just
his
man?
threatened?
address and told me to use it
Okay.
because he was gonna do something to me.
He never
Really?
said. He said
Then he said
clearly. He gave you
if
two
it goes
addresses. First and
bad,
foremost,
he got to keep
I
it
scholar,
good
gave
because if it
I
goes
gave you
bad, it's
scholar.
two
gonna be
He
bad
addresses.
for
gave you two
everybody
I
else.
gave you
addresses.
two
Bro, you
addresses.
sit your
He
I
old
gave
gave
you
you
ass
two
down.
full
You
addresses
too
for you
access
to
old to
to
tell
be
both
me who
addresses.
to
gangbanging,
find
Both
bro.
him.
addresses are
Bro,
boxing
you look
gyms.
silly, bro.
Do
You
your
look silly to the
research.
public that you're here to talk boxing,
No,
and
you too
instead you
old to
want to
not
make threats
understand what a
because
damn
somebody
boxing gym
disagrees
address
with
is.
you.
You can Google that.
Like I
Okay,
said, you
first
sound
and
It's a
foolish,
fact.
foremost,
bro.
it
You sound
wasn't. It
I
foolish.
wasn't
gave
a
you
threat.
two locations where you can pull up. And
Bro,
I
you're
said
a
you can pull
senior
up and see me
citizen.
at
What
work.
the fuck do I
At
look like
work.
driving all the way to
A senior
Baltimore to beat
citizen.
up a fucking
No,
senior
no,
citizen?
no.
You said the same thing to me.
Beat
You know
me
that,
up,
right?
bro.
Troy,
Oh
what are
my
you?
God, beat me up. Now you're living in
Anyway,
Wonderland.
you're a self-proclaimed king. You're a self-proclaimed
Guess
king,
what?
self-proclaimed
And
Muslim,
guess what?
yet you online doing things that's
Self-proclaimed
unworldly
Muslim,
and threatening
and
people. How would
you're a
Allah feel
kuffar,
about
you're
this?
a
What would
kuffar,
Farrakhan have
you're
to
a
say about this,
kuffar.
bro?
And
Watch
guess
the
what?
scholar.
Guess what?
What
Guess
would, what
what?
would, what would
May Allah
Farrakhan say
bless you,
about this?
brother.
Farrakhan wouldn't be
May
pleased with this,
Allah.
bro.
Hey, brother,
I don't deal with Farrakhan.
listen, watch
I'm
the
not. I'm
scholar
not Nation of
and
Islam. See,
Ali.
you're very ignorant, brother. You think all Muslims are Nation of Islam? That's when your
I don't
ignorance
care
kicks in.
about your
I
religion.
thought you was
I
in
know this.
school.
Whether
No,
you
you
follow
can't, brother
Farrakhan or not,
Farrakhan.
you're
But
supposed to
brother
be
Farrakhan, think you know what I mean?
disciplined.
I don't care.
You
May
have shown.
Allah bless you, brother. May Allah Subhanahu wa Taala bless you
Nah, we're
and
not gonna
bless
bring up
your
Allah
family and
in the
bless
same
your
conversation
children
you
and
threatened
your
me in.
family for
We're
years
not
to
gonna do
come.
that because
May
that's
the
stupid.
angels and the
That's like me saying
archangels and
a
Jibril,
prayer
may
before I shoot a
all of them
porno.
guide
That's
you.
retarded. It's retarded, bro. So anyway, you're a
No,
Muslim.
you're
They're supposed to
retarded
be
because
disciplined.
because
You
you
showed
said
lack
that
of
I'm
discipline.
6 foot
You
and
haven't been able to
I got
articulate.
green eyes and I like to walk in the park.
He's
That
gone.
came out your
He's
mouth.
gone, and I'm gonna take
Right.
the heat for that. I kicked his ass on
That's
purpose. Let me tell
retarded.
you
Yo,
why.
he said,
Listen, I kicked him
yo,
on
bro,
purpose because I just
he
didn't
said
want to
I
hear it
threatened
because I
him.
know. Listen, nobody threatened anybody. I heard what you said word for word. If you would have threatened
That's
him, then I would have stepped
crazy.
in and shut both of y'all the hell up. The reason why I
I'm
kicked,
not going to
the
threaten.
reason why I
What?
kicked
I'm going
you,
to threaten somebody
scholar.
I don't know for what?
Okay, listen. The reason why I kicked you
Sound
was because
crazy.
you do that. You did that same shit to me on Mark's show, where you just you got it into your head that you were wrong, and you just you dug in and said some personal things, and now you're getting personal about his religion and da 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 da. I just don't want. I'm not dealing with that. I know how I felt when you did it to me, telling me that I'm not responsible as an adult and all of that, and I don't act like a 50-year-old should act. Da 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 da. That's you. You one of the main reasons why I don't go for Tuesday. There's the fucking show no more. Excuse my language. You one of the main reasons because I don't get to speak my piece, and I don't want to blow up and sound like a fool online or anything. But listen. The
The
man ain't
state,
threatening. He
the state of Texas has
Ali,
the
Ali,
state of Texas has
Ali,
very great
Ali,
people.
Ali,
Great people.
Ali.
I love the state of Texas. I love the state of
Okay.
Texas. I love the boxing trainers and the boxing coaches and the boxers. The state of Texas. I love the state of New Jersey. I love the state of Maryland. I love the United States. That
Okay.
brother,
I'm gonna
may
say
Allah
something.
bless him and
Yeah.
may the angels guide him and may
hmm
they continue to bless his family.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't give a damn what either one of y'all got to say now, because now I'm in a mood, right? So listen. What I'm saying is this. I heard what you said. You told him you had two different addresses. If he wants to pull up, he can pull up. That was aggressive. That wasn't, you didn't tell him pull up and this and that, the third would happen. It was just aggressive, right? I called this brother sensitive before when I first met him on Mark's show, and it blew up. I was this, I was that. I don't pay my bills. I don't take care of my kids, and and I got pissed. And he's on the same situation with you, and I didn't like it, so that's why the hell I kicked him. You can feel any way you want to feel. You can say that I treated you unfairly. Guess what? I don't care because that type of game, I know how you play because you did it to me, and I know how I felt. I'm sorry, brother. I stand with him. And that's like I stand with Major because they've always stood with me. And that's just a fact. I ain't your friend for life. I've never met you and I don't know you. Okay? I know these two brothers though, don't I? Yeah. So that is,
Facts.
you want to call me biased, then I'm going to my grave that way, standing with people who have stood for me. I'm not into this back and forth no more. That's why I don't go on nobody else's show because I'm temperamental. I have this in and I can't take control like I do over here and say what I want to say without people saying, well, you're a fool, you old, you this and that. And the third over here is Troy. Is the Troy Graham experience with the Three Kings. So when they're here, I can knock heads with them. I can even see them face to face and knock heads. And guess what? We're gonna walk away from it. Right? I'll
And then we're
never
gonna
meet
go to the family barbecue.
you know what? But, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I didn't like what you said about his beliefs, and that's why I put it up there. That irritated me, and I wasn't into listening to not another letter you had to say, Boxer Scout. I didn't. Now, if you felt he called you a woman, you should have addressed that directly, man. The same way that I'm doing it right now. Ali, you didn't call him a woman. You just simply said what you said. Ali, you ain't threatened him. He took it that way. You and Mark took it that way as well because he got his back. I don't care. If he would have said word for word, I think you're a bitch. I think you're a woman. I would have said, hold up, Ali, you're in the wrong place for that. We good,
Never
but
said
we ain't gonna
nothing
do that
like
over
that.
here. Okay? And
Never.
I would have said it just like that, right? If you would have threatened him and said, I'm gonna put you down and do this and all that, I would have said, nah, Ali, we first started this, we said we don't want that over here, right? None of that was ever said, brother. None of it. What he did
That's
was
not what we started this show for. We started the
no,
show
he
for a reason.
forcefully now mind you, he came at you with aggression. We men, we're gonna be I don't understand you dudes. I have sons and they don't get offended that easy. You understand me? They actually 10 years younger than you, scholar, and they don't get offended that easy. If Bala Ali would have was having a conversation with one of them and he said something out of pocket, they would have pushed back at him. And then the conversation would have went where it went, then it would have been over. It wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm gonna take it sensitive and
Right.
no, no. And this is the issue I've had everywhere I've ever went. I've always been in the wrong. I can't be in the wrong in my own house. I made this and it's gonna stay the way I make it, and that's just that. No more talking. Go ahead.
It is what it is, bro. Like he don't understand the a threat is not saying, hey, look, this is the address here, this is the address here. Pull up, you'll see me working. It's not a threat. That's letting you know
I heard
that
aggression. I heard aggression. That ain't no threat.
no, definitely aggression because you meet aggression with aggression. You know, I asked the brother where he was calling from, and he just was like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, really? I just
He
asked Sister Lisa where she was from. I don't care what he got. I don't want to hear nothing about his a scholar that don't know nothing about
listen though.
life, a life and repentance and respecting your elders. See, I'm not a senior citizen, sir. Far from. And in real life, I still wouldn't have engaged you in combat because I'm not scared of you. I'm scared of me. Therefore, I wouldn't even took it there because we are grown men and that's child's play. We did that in our 20s. We've been there, done that, and I'm still here. And I'm here at the highest level. I don't know what your problem is, but you could take that problem to another channel. And it's just that simple. I don't care who likes it because the fact is, it was about Billy and White and Joshua. I don't know how the hell it became about Ali and Islam. Brother, wrong move. You played chess, you lost. Holla.
but listen, what I'm gonna say is this. It's been a good night. It's always a good night over here. Always, 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 always. When you have to add the word imply or implying, that means something wasn't said. I lost my brother. Hold on. I
Made
lost
you
my
gonna be
brother.
on Friday?
Yeah, yeah, but listen. My brother was murdered 22 years ago during the same month that my son was born. My brother, it was implied that he did something wrong, right? And then next day he
Mm,
was found with a
mm,
hole in his head and they put the gun in his left hand. Lo and behold, he lost the use of his left hand when he got locked up because he got beat, right? And he couldn't, nerves in his left hand
mm.
were shot to shit. So he couldn't. So that has always affected me, that the whole thing about implications and implying. The reason why I speak so directly is because I think about my brother. I hate that. What sets me off is when I say one thing and someone say, "Well, you're implying." I don't imply anything. Okay, if if I'm holding a knife and I stab you, that's not an implication of me stabbing you. That's me actually stabbing you, right? If I say to you,
Mm.
"This is where I'm located," that could either be a conversation, that could be a whole lot of that could be a lot of things if you pull up with the right energy. And if you pull up with the wrong energy and things happen, then of course things are going to happen. But if it's not said word for word that I'm okay, meet me here and this is going to happen, then why would you take it that way, brother? If he didn't say that you were a woman, why would you take it that way? I mean, unless you feel that you are a woman, because Listen, he could have said the same thing to me. I'm pretty sure he has. I didn't, I didn't take
Hey,
this shit that
and
way.
me and you, and we bump heads. We bump heads. But
Yep.
guess what? We got respect for each
Two
other.
bulls in a china closet. That's what it is.
But we got respect for each other as men. We bump
I
heads.
just listen. I don't.
You know?
This is this is why I don't go no place else. I don't go on anybody else's show. It's about reason, right? We're reasoning, but I don't like going on other people's show no more. I used to support a bunch of people. I don't anymore. I don't. I support myself, and I pop
Right,
up on coach's show from time to time, and that's
right,
it. Because the same
right,
support that I gave them is not the same respect that I got back. So why am I giving you the most valuable thing I have, which is my time?
right. Hey, but this,
Hmm.
are these individuals? Did they say they don't know who Marvin McDowell was? Did they say that?
Boxer Scholar don't know who he was. Boxer Scholar,
Uh,
he don't know who he was, and he told me,
really?
you know, yeah, because I said
Wow.
something about Marvin, and then I brought up Tommy Brooks, and he's like, nah, Tommy Brooks didn't do all of that. Another brother did. Here's the thing: that same brother they talked about, both those brothers were trained by Eddie Fudge, right?
Right.
So they worked together. They worked together. I called Tommy Brooks up and I told him I wasn't going to waste your time by telling you to, and by doing ask you to come on a panel with this brother because what for? I have too much respect for you. I called him up the next day. I was so mad, right? And I explained to him the situation. He said, you know what? I could call that brother the shy. I can't remember the brother's name that Boxer Scholar threw out there. But he said I could call that brother up right now, and he'll tell you I'm the one who trained Tyson. I'm the one who trained Holyfield, Julia
Hmm.
Jones, and Rockman. Rockman
Hmm.
came on my show and said Tommy Brooks is the reason why he beat Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And
So
he straight out Mac Lewis, you know. But guess what? Mac Lewis is in Baltimore. But hey, like people don't know like the inner workings. We keep things in the gym quiet for a reason. We don't tell every damn thing. Some things are just public knowledge, but everything isn't. The sparring, you don't see that on YouTube. You see what they want you to see,
yeah, just
but
like
you don't see our game plan. What we got. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like that's crazy. So I was trying my best not to just be like, hey, look, man, you sound like a fanboy, yada 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 yada. You know, I'm not gonna go there. But this is the thing. I'm embarrassed for the show because, like, what if we had like Kev or Bernard or one of the brothers on here today? Like they this is fuckery right here. You know, and when
well,
you have people, your guests come on and they're assaulting other guests. No, you might cut somebody off and take too much time. That's one thing. But to insult someone, actually say you a fake this and you're a fake that and this ain't shit and that ain't shit. Who does that? Nobody. Not on
it's
here.
yeah. It's
So
listen,
you
Sean.
take that
Hmm.
to over there
Yeah, listen,
across the
Khan
street.
Chandri, that was aggression, man. I feel you, but that was just aggression. I mean, I've said it was aggression. I'm not covering. I don't need to cover for the man. He's right there. He don't need to cover for me either. He's right there. Ali is right there. It's not why
I ain't going
why they
nowhere.
dropped the address because he was being aggressive. That was an aggressive ass move, but he didn't say I'm gonna shoot you and kill you and do all this once you get there. He just said this way you can find me if you want to talk or whatever. Because knowing what I know about him, it would have been a real rough conversation, but I doubt it would have escalated to anything else, right? Unless the brother came in there with all the aggression and then he put his hands on him first, I doubt it would go anyplace else than a real heated conversation. And if you both men on a certain level, then the heated conversation would turn into respect afterwards. Just like, but you wouldn't really turn your back on the brother though.
Troy Graham.
Yeah.
Where you from, Troy Graham? I'm from the Bronx. I'm from here. Is that
Yeah.
such a like a is that a bad thing? Are you? I mean, like
Nah,
I'm
you ain't
confused.
threatening me.
Like when you ask somebody where they from, that's not a threat. You ask somebody where they calling from. You're calling in on a platform. This is a platform. You have people. Then they ask you questions like, "Hey, where you calling from?" You understand? On the radio, that's what I'm used to. Hey, caller, where you calling from? That's just the norm. So on YouTube, hey, you want to say, hey man, where you calling from? That's it. No
Exactly.
more, no less. and that went left just for that. So I'm confused about just. It's not even about this generation or the one before it, because I'm not going to put this on a whole generation, and I'm not going to let one individual or two individuals or three individuals' actions affect a whole generation, because the generation that they're in is a great generation, and they got future leaders in that generation. I just don't think that they're going to come from that particular person, due to the fact of if you can't handle a simple A and B conversation, you're going to have problems in real life, brother. Problems, real ones. Because the difference between, see, me and you is this. When I was your age, I knew that I wasn't meant to work a 9 to 5. I knew that I had to be an entrepreneur, because I knew I wasn't the man to work for somebody. So I had to work for myself. So I put myself in a position to work for myself. And it's just that simple. Now, I did it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. But that's my mentality. And my mentality is this: if you step on my foot and you say, fuck you, I'm bringing it. But if you say, and you step on my foot and say, excuse me, I'm going to say, no problem, brother. It's just that simple. Force with
Yeah,
force.
yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I just think I believe that brother's the same age as my daughter. I think he's 32, 33, around, well, in the same age group, right? Scholar I'm talking about, right? I think, yeah, because when he and I bumped heads, I think I found out he was the same age as my daughter, because he got me heated one time, and he's like, you don't even act your age and all that. I'm like, well, how you gonna tell me to act my age when you've never been my age? That was my question. That was my prevailing. Well, I know 50-year-olds, so all 50-year-olds act the same.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't think
it's a
so.
badge of honor to be our age, brother. Trust me.
But you know what I tell
If
people?
you make it to be our age,
Yeah, but you know what I
then
tell
talk
people?
to us.
I'm just blessed because the good Lord saw some reason to keep me around. That's what I tell people.
Exactly.
So, hey.
And listen, and look, and Troy, and listen, let me tell you about Troy. Troy done been in some serious hoods, man. Not even just in Baltimore, in New York, and in other places. So, this man done been in some serious places. And guess what? He's still here. Here for a reason. He's not here because he's disrespectful. You
Mm-mm.
understand me? He's here because he's very respectful. And I believe that Troy Graham, he has a radio voice, and he's going to be on somebody's radio station one day, because he has a radio voice. God's here. God gave that man that voice, and I'm gonna make sure he uses it whether he like it or not, because he got it. If I had that voice, I would be on the damn Love Zone somewhere. I'd be like, "This is Troy Graham, and this is the Love Zone, and I'm here."
Don't be trying to
I would,
take my thing.
I would be using it. You feel me? But you know what? Whether he uses it that way or he want to turn over Broncos because you got 3 jobs, guess what? I'm rocking with him. He rocks with me. I rock with him. I'm gonna stand 10 toes with him, and it's just that simple. And guess what else? I got people that rock with him. He rocks with them. I'm rocking with him. That's it.
I was going to share this story on Friday. I'm going to share with you because it was funny to me. I mean, but when Marvin come Friday, I share it with him because we were in the gym, right? Me, Marvin, and Coach D, right?
Oh,
So
Coach G, rest in peace. Oh my
yeah, that
God.
was that was my man. That was my man. But so
Yes.
we in there, and Coach D and Marvin training people. And I'm checking out what Marvin doing, and D's like, "Yo, Marvin, you smell something burning?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "Me too." So Coach D go downstairs, and hey, I'm not gonna paraphrase what he said. I'm just gonna say what he said. He's like, "Motherfucker, these dudes set the lockers on fire." Yeah, you know where the lockers are downstairs,
Right.
right?
All the way downstairs.
And
Yeah.
so Coach D, I forgot the young lady who was there. Was a girl that Coach D was training. He kept saying that was his daughter, but it's not his daughter. It's someone he trained in the gym, right?
Right.
So
Right.
he
Right. Right.
he told the baby girl, Go ahead and get my keys. I'm going to my fucking trunk. I'm gonna find out who's you know how Dean was, right? You know how Dean was already, right?
Yeah. Coach D was the realest, man.
So here go Marvin. Marvin put his hand on his chest and said, we gotta do all that. D, I'll take it. It's like, no, fuck that, Marvin. No, I'm going to my trunk. And I'm there laughing. He's like,
Hey, yo.
this go Marvin. Here go Marvin. You're not helping, man. You're not helping the situation.
That was Lil Marvin. Lil Marvin said that.
No, Marvin. See,
Marvin said
he's like, he didn't say it, but he put his hands up like, you're laughing. I'm trying to calm him down. You're not helping the situation. Go upstairs, man. Because Marvin was pissed. Marvin was pissed.
Yeah.
Marvin actually put out the fire. Marvin put the fire out. And then he walked in the street with D, right? He walked in the street with D. It was like, D, don't go to your trunk. He's like, nah, fuck that, Marvin. No, because he was, the neighborhood we in already. Ain't no,
already.
Ain't no place for nobody that can't deal with himself, right?
So absolutely.
D said, I'm gonna find out who did it because somebody out here know it. Crackhead passed by. I know who did it. You don't know shit, right? So Mom was like, see, you still laughing? He just gave me a look like, I could just go upstairs, man. Go upstairs.
Hey, yo, I can see Marvin right now. That's the fun. I can just picture this shit in my head. Because if like tonight, if Marvin was on tonight, Marvin was like, man, Ali, fuck that shit, man. Why you worried about that shit, man? Fuck that, man. You know what you're doing. Fuck that, man. You know how Marvin is. He wouldn't even engage in that shit. But you gotta have like different people around you, like, cause you got some people that's like rah, and you got some people that's real laid back. Then you got, so you gotta have different personalities that make a team. That's why it works. But Coach D, man, he was a dangerous guy, man. He knew martial arts and boxing. He was a real dangerous guy, man.
Yeah,
that's funny, man. Because Coach D was
anything, man.
funny.
Because I used to cook for us behind, right? I don't know if Marvin ever told you that story because I would come in there and be like, Coach D, you all right, man? Because I can make you some soup. He's like, yeah, man. And he's like, yeah, man, make me some more of that soup. And I was like, what you want, fish? She was like, nah, make me some chicken. So I'll make him some soup, right? And I'll go to the dollar store and get these bowls, right? Because I knew I was never going to get them back. So I'll give him the bowl and I'll be like, D, I said, D, I want my damn bowl back this time, bro. He's like, yeah, sure. Bowl number 5. Still ain't get my bowl back. But that's why I went to the dollar store because I knew brother was gonna give me my bowl back, man. I knew he wasn't gonna give me it back, but I was all right with that. He was like, yo. He's like, yo, that was good. Can you, can you make me some more when you come up on Thursday? Just put less pepper in it. I'm like, D, all right, man, but I need my bowl back. He's standing there laughing at me like, you ain't getting your goddamn bowl back. Why you asking me? He basically gave me that look like, stop. You're not getting your bowl back, man.
Yeah, man. Man, Coach D.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah.
God, that was Marvin. That was Marvin. He's cool, man.
Brother, man. That was his brother.
Man, them brothers is, the Run DMC of boxing, man. They was tough. They was, man. Them brothers was so tight, man, and it was real. You understand me? It was real.
Let me tell you what happened. My son's got into some issues, right? So they had to do some time, and Marvin said, just tell the judge they can do the time here, right? So I said, okay. Fine, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm sure. So because of my health issues at the time, I couldn't even make it out. I couldn't even make it out of my house, man, right? So I told Marvin, he know how to get there. He's supposed to come. So he came the first day, then he called me back. He was like, my son was like, yo, Dad. I'm like, what? Yo, Mr. Marvin and Coach D had me cleaning the bathrooms and stuff, man. So what? I thought I was gonna box. I'm like, you be had to take care of some time that you owe the state. Don't look at me.
Man.
Yeah. Right. So he went there about 2 or 3 days, and then I finally got the strength to go up there. And then he came in late, and Coach D was like, he saw him. My son's 6'6", by the way, right?
Yeah, right.
So
that's what
saw him. No, that's the one in the middle. He's gonna be 22 this year, right?
Jesus, you got 162,
No,
165.
6'5", 6'6", and 6'2". So
Jesus Christ.
so basically, Coach D got in his face like, "Why you got your father all out here, man? You coming in here all late? You coming in here all late and everything? You know what time you're supposed to be here? Your father shouldn't even be here."
Yo.
He's like, because I could hardly stand at the time. He's like, look at him, man. He can't even stand up, and he out here, and you all coming in here late. Gym about to be closed. It was about 5 o'clock, right? So he was just like, he turned to me. He's like, he ain't gonna help you. He ain't gonna help you do nothing. He can't even stand up. He can't do nothing, right? I'm like, you don't have to talk
Yo.
down to me like that, D. I'm right. And Marvin was just like,
that was his way of showing you love, bro.
yeah, and here
You
go
know, he
Marvin.
was what he was saying was like, man, look, man, you belong home, man. These little G's supposed to be here, let them
Yeah,
get up here. D man was Coach D man was so genuine, man. It was ridiculous, man. I mean, like he is truly missed, and nobody, I mean, nobody will ever feel that void. Period.
nobody. No, and nobody even know that he used to work with Shane Mosley and his daddy. You know that?
See, because this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't brag on shit when you already know what you do, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you already know what you do and who you do what you do. So why you don't walk around like, hey, guess what I did yesterday? Sugar shame. Nah, hell no, man. I do no, you don't do that. But when you giving people facts and you give them a history or a bio of yourself, then yeah, you're gonna say, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. It's just man, I just feel like and you and even you, man, like you, man, your struggle wasn't easy, man. Your struggle was hard, you know, but you still here,
Yeah,
and
I'm still toughing it
that's a
out.
great thing.
I'm
And
still.
what you doing for Darren, man, like you're always there for him, man. And I'm eternally grateful for that, always, you know.
That's my man right there. Boy,
So
gave me a rough way to
like,
go. When he
man,
was 15 or
you're
16,
a good dude, man. You just setting your
yeah,
ways,
yeah, I am.
good
I am
dude.
with that. I am with that. Yeah. When he was 16, 17,
Yeah,
he
you're
gave me a
setting your
rough way
ways,
to
but you're
go,
a good
man.
dude, man.
Yeah, because his mom sent him to stay with me, and then Darren was rough and tough. People don't. Without me getting all into it, he was rough and tough. So
Mm.
he jumped at me one day in my own house, man, and I was much stronger then. I was in my 20s. I lifted that boy off his feet. I said, "Listen,
Mm.
don't you ever do that to any grown man, because they would kill you. Don't do that, right?" And I talked to him just like that. I said, "Don't do that, Darren, because they're gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna kill you, obviously, but if it was anybody else, they would kill you." He shrunk, and he went to sleep, and he was upset. He went to talk to his old, because I was married to his sister, right? So he went and talked to her, and then he fell asleep with her, and I'm like, I got to sleep on this couch. This Negro sleeping in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's the oldest, he's the youngest, right? So he just was upset. He was just real upset and kind of scared. Next day, he called his mom, saying, "I want to come home. I don't want to stay with him. I think he's gonna hurt me." "He ain't gonna hurt you. Not gonna hurt you." I had him in there doing dishes and cleaning up and stuff like that, right? And then I would do, and then
That's what he needed.
he got involved with old boy there, which the dude who threatened to shoot me back in the day. You know him, Troy. The hell is Troy name? They call himself Monster, whatever he called himself, right? Whatever his name was, but he
I know
threatened to
what you're
shoot
talking
me.
about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I,
you
I,
do.
I know what you're talking about.
So
Mm.
anyway, so he got involved with him for a while, and then Joe was his brother was locked up at the time, right? But I'm not gonna say the cousin's name who started coming around, but they had a cousin who was so serious that the only the feds could touch him. The local police couldn't touch him at all, right? It just he was
Mm-hmm.
out of their pay scale, right? So he
Mm-hmm.
he basically told Monster, either you stop messing with Darren or you just stop being. There's so many words from what I understand, right?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, he ain't come around no more,
Right.
right?
That was
And that
what
was
that
that.
was that was smart.
That needless to say, and and but just things like that. I don't ever pat myself on the back, but when that boy told me thank you for what I did years later, that actually meant something to me. So
Right.
and I was there. I told him like when he was going through some things, he needed to go apply for this job, but he came to the house crying. He's like, I ain't got no clothes and nothing. I'm like, that's all right. So I took him to the church. We got some things together, and they didn't. I got him ready for his job interview. I ain't hear from him for like a week after that. I'm like, why didn't you call me back? He's like, oh, I thought I did. I got the job, and that's the job he's
Right.
at now. That's the job he at now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
ask him the
I'm so,
story. He'll tell you. He'll tell you
man,
the
I'm so
story.
fucking proud of that boy, man.
Yeah, he still got my damn sweater. Now that I think about it.
That's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
Hey,
yes,
I'm so.
gone.
Hey, man. Hey, man. He's a great father, man.
He
He's a
is. He
great
is. He
father,
is.
man.
Yeah,
You know,
because I told him. Yeah,
it hurts me. It hurts me because he's going. He's still hurting from his moms.
he still heard from his father. His father and his mom passed away. Yeah.
Well, really, Uncle Toot? I don't know about that. Okay. Anyway,
Well, he was 6 when he passed away because I threw him on my shoulders walking to the McDonald's. We lived in Freetown, and when we
yeah,
walked
right.
up to the McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah, Toot. Yeah, Uncle Toot was something else, but that's a different
Yeah.
story. But
No, his mom and him was he was serious about his mother.
oh,
Yeah,
hey,
you
dead
couldn't say
serious,
nothing. Yeah.
nothing. And when I was seeing him and stuff, he always gave me the most. So I'll be like, yo, you good? What you need? And
Mm-hmm.
when he played football, I was like, man, but me and his brother, Footy,
Gerald.
Footy,
Oh, okay.
and I said, me and Footy was like, you can stay with Footy, you can stay with me. It don't matter. You can stay with either
Mhm.
one of us, but you can play football. Because he was good as man. That boy, man,
He was
good
good.
God, I'm like,
He actually could have been as good as Gerald, man, but he didn't stick with it.
no, he didn't stick with it. I wasn't mad at him. I was just hurt because I know he could have made it,
Yeah, he could
but
have. I saw him because you know what? I'm the one that said to him, "You need to." I said, "Find out how much it costs to play football, and I'll pay for it." I think it was like
right,
$60, and I said, "Okay, when
yeah,
I get paid Friday, I'll pay for it." But his mom had already paid for it. His
right,
mom
right.
had already paid for it. So I said, "Miss Bertha," I told him I was going to pay for it. She's like, "No, no, no." I
Yeah,
took
she
care
was a
of it.
sweetie. She was a
Yeah,
sweetie,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
even though Uncle Toot was a handful at times, right?
Yeah.
She didn't take that. She didn't look at me or Footy in a bad way. She
Mhm.
still, you know, she didn't judge us on him.
Nah, she was always good, man. She always, I
She was
mean,
great,
even
man.
even during when I had the rough divorce and her daughter was running my name through the ground, right? And
Yeah,
we had a
man.
little falling out. We got back together. And same
Hmm.
thing with his brother. I got back with him because me and him, we were knocking heads during that time too, right? And
Hmm.
so and Darren pretty much stayed away because that's his sister. He ain't want, he ain't picking no sides, right?
Right, right, right. Yeah.
So then things patched himself up. He's like, yo, I just, that's my sister, man. I couldn't. But when I came home from the hospital the first time, he was the first
Hmm.
one there for me. He's like,
That's
look,
great.
I'm gonna stay with you and I'm gonna help you, until I start working, right?
Hmm.
And I said, well, I'll see if I get you some money, but I can't get you too much. But I'll see what I could do, right? He's like, you ain't got to pay me. And so yeah, but
Yeah,
he helped me out a lot because I was super weak, right?
yeah, yeah.
I couldn't do nothing for myself, man, nothing. So, but yeah, but look,
You
we've
went
been
through a
on
rough
here
patch,
for
bro.
yeah, we've been on here for about 2.5 hours, going on 3. So, well, let me
About an
say this.
hour unnecessarily.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I gotta find a happy song now to get us out.
Hey, hey, it's a hard knock life for us. Hey, hey, no, we ain't even gonna do that, man. We gonna find something respectful and beautiful to the world, and we're not gonna insult nobody, whether they are sensitive or rough or tough or you know tall, short, Catholic, Muslim. We all are God's children. So we all have to love and respect each other.
Don't say
And
sensitive, man.
man, Jesus, I just really didn't. I didn't get it. I was like, huh? Like, really? I asked where you was coming from, bro. What does that matter? I ain't gonna, oh, Lord have mercy. There you go. Like, and like you said, you got that button, like, I'm just asking, look, I asked Lisa, hey, where you coming from, Lisa? No, hey, New York. I'm in New York. Oh, she called Stevenson, yeah. First time she called him, my boss was like, yo, invite her on the show, because she was talking and she had some knowledge. I was like, yo, send her a link, Hey, how you doing, Miss Lisa? Where you calling from? Hey, I'm calling from New York. And what we say, Homer Stevenson, it's just something you ask a person on the platform. Professionalism, that's what they call it. I'm just saying.
Well, I think keep on talking because I got to play this song. I'm Stephen 50 more.
Yeah, man. Look, long story short, man, at the end of the day, if I met that brother in real life, I would hear his grievances, and I promise you, I would embrace him with the love that the law gave me. Because the law he gave me the spirit of love, and I would embrace him unless he gave me bodily harm. Other than that, I would embrace him. I have no need or no want to hurt anybody, verbal or nonverbal. I want to teach the children of the world how to become successful in their own mind and use their God gifted abilities to make it out of their situations. And if that makes me a bad person, then I'll be that bad guy for that.
All right, well, peace out to one and all. Look, it's all respect. I've always said that, Brother Ali, Major, Doxson, Scholar, Mark, Conshan, Lisa, and everybody that's going to watch the replay, everybody that came through. Respect, respect, respect. You could keep throwing shots, Boxing Scholar. It's over with, man. Let it go. Just let it go, man. Move on. It's good. We'll be all good now, all right? It's
I
all
mean, his
good.
feelings, man. I'm not anybody even thinking. Well, like we're not really. I swear to God, I'm not even thinking about that. Like the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
thing, really,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Okay. Queen, okay, okay. I'm not even entertaining that comment. But anyway, listen. Thank you, thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate it. Really do. It was a little bit of a different vibe today. It's all right. These things will happen. Life ain't always settled. You're gonna have your ebbs and flows and things like that. As long as you're able to just leave with some respect, the same way you went to the door. Because
That's right.
if you have to leave another way, that comes with consequences, and we don't deal with that over here. That's not the experience that we want to give anybody. Okay, pun
Bye,
intended.
Skylar.
Yeah,
Bye,
let's not.
Skylar. See
Come
you
on,
later,
brother.
Skylar.
Come on, man. Let me
Dig a little
close.
Skylar with them dirty dukes on.
Let me close this
Dig a
show.
little Skylar with them dirty dukes on. No, I'm just messing with you.
Let me close
See,
this show
I
out,
gotta
man.
push. Hey, look, it's pushing buttons. Skylar, it's not that serious, bro. Get over it. It's not that serious, man.
I'll be this
God,
to him, but let me see.
God damn. Angry. No. Change his name, man.
Oh, man.
Angry man.
Oh, angry scholar. That's what it's
Angry
saying.
Scholar. God damn it. Angry Scholar.
Come on, man.
Got a new name, brother. Angry Scholar.
All right, so like I was saying, man, all jokes aside, now
Right.
we all grown men. We have our fun. Nothing should
Right.
be taken personal. It shouldn't get personal. We know
No.
people that are older than us, and we don't bring their age up for what? How I sound bringing age up to Marvin, or even when Coach D was here. How many times?
Right.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
He don't have to prove nothing to me, do he? He got something to prove to me? No, he does not. Like I told Marvin, yeah, what you say, I'm not going to question because you never gave me a reason to question you, right? Flat out. That's just like that, right? That's
No,
why
no, Troy. We
yeah,
can't. You just pick somebody, and major. We pick somebody on the show just cause. I don't
yeah,
know why.
man.
Just cause.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we gonna leave it at that. Pascal.
Okay, let me say this. That I'm gonna shut up about this because I really want to end this show because I gotta get up and
Go
go
ahead, man.
home.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Let me say
I'm
this,
done with it. I
Scholar.
promise. I'm done.
Okay, no, me, no, no, it's on me
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the
It's
one
on
that's just
you.
reading
Take
the
it. Take it,
comment.
King. You got it,
Okay,
King. Go ahead.
okay, what are you king of? Threats? I bet you won't do it live with your cap and ass. Okay, listen, Scholar, brother,
Lord
brother,
have mercy.
listen, brother. The difference between okay, without me doing the whole age thing, over time, I've learned this to walk away. As long as nobody touches me, I'm fine. But over time, you have to learn how to just walk away and say, yeah, that's how this person is, and just move on. If they follow you and keep on egging, then that whatever comes of that situation shall come. But we walked away and you still poking the bear, brother. Leave it alone. It's over with. All due respect is over with. I'm in the head. I'm not putting you back on, brother. So just, I'm not. The show's over with. I'm not putting you back on there. So don't even try it. I'm in.
Go take a walk. He said he's respectfully. The brother said he like to take long walks and all of that. He said that. So
Come
respectfully,
on.
cool off. Take a long walk. You said you had green eyes. Nobody asked you about your eye color, but you said it anyway. So
Good to see
brother,
you.
go take a long walk and cool off.
Oh my God. All
Okay,
right. All right.
that's
All right. All
all.
right.
We're
All
good.
right.
We're good. We are good over here.
I'm in. Okay. I'm not reading it. Yeah. Listen. Much love and much respect, one and all. Thank you for tuning in from America to Africa and every corner of the world. Every man, woman, and child. I'm gonna start playing this music because I'm gonna just keep going if I don't. So it's a natural mystic, y'all. It's a natural
The
mystic.
A side of things. Hey,
Okay, pause, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna shut the hell up. You did this numbers thing with me before on Mark's show because you have 800 or whatever views on your show, and I only have 200. It's quantity and there's quality. What I did when I was in major, we made memories. You just play videos of old fights, and that's why you have so many views. How many people have you given real memories to? How many people can say that I watched Scholar's show
yo,
and felt something? What I do is quality, is not quantity, because I could get listen, I could drop names right now. I'm not going to. Where you seen the interviews because you were there. Over here, I don't really do interviews that much because I don't want it to be that type of show. Fridays when we have a panel and people bless me with their time, right? Different folks have blessed me with their time. Ali has been on here, Marvin, Coach Rozier, Kevin Kelly Pavlik, uh, Hatch,
Bernard Hackett.
Hackett, right?
Got you before you said it. Yeah, I caught you.
Okay. So yeah, Brother Hackett's been on here. There's gonna be more folks on here on Fridays. So if
But
if you're the only
you.
if you're the
People hear
only
you, brother.
person watching, you could never do breakdown because you don't know. Okay, if you're the only person watching, then guess what? You just made a fool of yourself by saying that
Right.
because you've given us the most valuable thing that you could give to someone, which is your time.
Time.
Thank
Stupid.
you.
Thank
So
you.
you
Listen,
pretty much
this
insulted
guy here,
yourself, not us.
Troy Graham, is heard. I'm just letting you know. And he's heard in the UK, in Switzerland, and all of that. That's guaranteed. I promise you that. Now check them facts and check them beats and boxing facts because beats and boxing make sure that the Troy Graham experience is heard everywhere. I don't know. I thought everything was bigger in Texas. Maybe y'all goddamn Wi-Fi ain't bigger because I guess you ain't getting it. So once you just find the door, stage left, and just don't come back on or come back on right. It's just that simple. Because we're not full of foolishness, man. We grown men, act like a grown man, come in here with respect. If you don't get the respect, it is what it is. And it's just that simple. And if you want to smoke, cool. Go. Look, I promise you, when you turn 40 years old, call me if you're still here. Because the kind of way you moving, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Because in this world, as y'all youngins say, capping. You capping to be something that you're not, and you capping to be a gangster. Don't cap to be a gangster if you're not. Won't you no, won't you be just a real humble person that just likes to talk boxing? Because that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Baltimore gorilla. That's just by nature. But I'm still a humble brother that loves to talk boxing. I'm sorry. I apologize for asking you where you was from. I'm sorry. There I go. I
Okay.
apologize. There you
Well,
go.
you're 40 and have wasted your entire life watching a sport you can't even break down. Come
Yeah,
on.
this dude should
Come
be on
on.
85 South.
Why you so hurt,
This dude's
man?
funny.
Ain't nobody insulted your mama or you personally. Why are you taking this to heart like that? Why,
Because you
scholar?
still at school. Hey, why you still at school? What time is it? 12. It's like what? 10 o'clock there? And you still in school. You in night school? You learning.
He's
You
part of
learning what?
no, he cleans the school. That's what he's just part of
Oh, he
like,
clean.
yeah,
Janitorial services are very
yeah,
respectable.
yeah,
That's a very respectable. That's a very respectable job. See,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go there. A janitorial engineer is a very respectable job. Respectable. Did I say anything bad about that? No. Why? Because it's
I
the
used to own a
truth.
cleaning company and I cleaned the school.
Yeah. If you keep on that path right there, you'll be in six figures by the time you're at our age. If you stay on that same path in janitorial services, stay on that path, brother,
Yeah,
and that's
well,
real.
I'm finally gonna let Bob Marley take us home, man. I'm not reading another damn thing, scholar, so I don't get no more, man. It's all respect, man. I can't say it's all love, but it's all respect. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say I love you, but it's all respect, brother. It's all respect. Go ahead, take us home, Bob. Take us home.
This could be
Lord have
the
mercy.
first prospect. I just can't be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Many
Hey,
more
boy,
will have to die. Don't
calm
ask
down.
me why.
Uh, hey,
Things
Bob.
are not the way
Ooh,
from what
anybody got
I
the gunshot?
understand.
All
Hey,
right,
Jordan.
bless up one and all. Now you heard the man's words. He said, "Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask
That's
me
right.
why.
That's
Things are
right.
not the way they used to be."
Yeah.
Okay,
Those
so
words are the great ones.
on that note, I'm gonna end this. Hold on for a second, Ali. I'm gonna end this and wish everybody just bless up, man, and find something positive, and you hold on to it, and you shall grow. That's all I have to say. Don't hold on to it. Okay. You have a good night, scholar, and keep calling those old men and everything because guess what? You're gonna be where we are one day. And karma is a mother. That's all I got to say on that.
If
Have a good night.
if you're blessed.
Yeah.